What's up, team? Good morning, guys. All right. Hold on one second. Hey, what's up, guys? All right. So sorry, I'm trying to check to see what we got this morning. ISR is probably my favorite, followed by GS or GHSI. We have TATT gapping up some. This one looks like it's got a very small float. I haven't actually checked what the float is specifically on TATT yet, but looking at it, just looking at the range and how it's moving, I'm gonna assume this one has a very small float, although I could be wrong. I'm gonna look it up real quick right now. Yeah, you did, Mohammed. I'll give you that, bro. You got it, man. Hey, good job, brother. You did that. I'll give you credit. Like I said, I'm gonna assume TATT has a tiny float. Yeah, 3.4 million in the float. So yeah, very small, and you can tell just because it's got a huge range to it here. Very big range. Aside from that, though, I mean, I don't really see that much. We kind of got like KERN making a move, and I was looking at AIKI earlier. AIKI recently got some volume moving in here. Alright, so yeah, we got AIKI here. GHSI, we got TATT. Well, we got, like I said, AIKI. I mean, I'm looking at this one. I gotta find, oof, man. Hey, our channel's growing quick, man. We got 135 people here already. I just started this stream up. What's up, team? I appreciate you joining me here today, team. Hey, but yeah, we got AIKI rip it up here from 115 or up to 115s from 85 cents. Am I missing anything? Like Nancy said today, it's Cannabis Day. So we got like SNDL, we've got CRON, we've got CGC, we've got APHA, we got ACB specifically, TLRY. We got a bunch of these cannabis stocks, specifically TLRY starting to rip here and move. I'm interested in these. We also have like HEXO, which ran a little bit better earlier. The heck is this thing in my sound today? Sorry, hold on. That has got to stop. I don't know who thought that was a good idea to include that in music, but that has got to stop. Listen to this. I'm just going to show you. The overall beat behind that, whatever that noise is not bad, but like, that's got to go. find some similar stuff to this. Alright. Hey, my man Mohammed, appreciate the, I think this is a sticker, right? Like, there's stickers and then there's super chats. I don't know what the difference is, but I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you, man. Shout out to my man Mohammed with the $4.99 donation. Thank you very much, bro. That's awesome, man. It's early. It's early. But thank you, man. Shout out to Mohammed. Appreciate the love, brother. Oh, answer your question. What's up, bro? My bad. I got you. Let me check back. Sorry, honestly, the chat moves so fast here. What's your question again? Let me see. Cardano. What's the symbol? I like the new holiday. You could just go to, yeah, listen, it's Cannabis Day. It's a Cannabis Day. You know, we got AIKI, mushroom stock. You know, what's the symbol? ADA? Here, let me look it up. What is this, though? I don't even know what this is, to be honest, bro. This is all I see it. Is this a currency? This is a currency, right? I'm trying to look it up. Nothing's showing up here on my charting. Alright, so it's a crypto. Well, here, I'd have to check a different platform. To be honest, dude, though, I'm going to tell you my honest answer. I appreciate the $5 donation. I kind of feel bad. But like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about it, you know. And so I can look at the chart for you. Let me see. Here, I'm looking at the price right now. I got you. But like I said, I don't know much about it. And so I'll give you that heading into it. MRKR, SNDL, TATT. Alright, so I'm looking at the chart now. Let me see, we got 1 week chart. Candlestick chart, there we go. I mean, it's looking pretty strong right now. All I'm looking at is the last hour. The last hour, it's gone from 29 cents all the way up to 34 cents and then back down to 31. Let me see if I can find some support and support on this chart here. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I mean, I think it looks strong. I like the 25 cent level. I like 25 cents. And the reason I like it is because 25 cents is a $0.25 and it's the closest. So I think, like, if I was going to trade this, I would look at 25 cents as a risk level and then a reward target of around 50 cents. I mean, we're up to 31 cents now. This thing's moving big. And so that's what I would shoot for. That's what I would look for me. But again, it's not really my wheelhouse, brother. So it's not really my niche, so to speak. So sorry about that, bro. Oh, hey, no, you did, brother. You did that, man. So shout out to Mohammed. Hey, you did that, bro. I give you credit, man. Like I said, I'll give credit when credit is due. You were the one that was calling that one out. So, hey, nice work, bro. Hey, did you just give me another $5 donation, bro? Or is this... No. Oh, you did give me another $5 donation. Hey, stop it. Stop it. No, thank you, man. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate it. You're the truth, man. I appreciate the love, man. I really do. Thank you, bro. So yeah, AIKI, I mean, it's ripping up here big. Give me 1 second, team. ISR predictions. I mean, here's the truth, right? I'm not really one to give out predictions. I more so prefer to just react to what happens. I do have specific levels that I'm watching, and right now for ISR, we got 150. I mean, it's a $half level that on this chart has shown a lot of confirmation and support at 150. And so I think the next step in this one is to see if it holds 150. If it doesn't hold 150, you know, we can then move down to like 125 support area down there. And I would use that as kind of a line in the sand. For me specifically, in order for me to buy this one, I would need it to push above the VWAP and hold the VWAP at 170, 175 or so. That's me specifically. I can't say what you would want to do, but like that's what I would want to do for this one, if that makes sense. No, I think this is a different one. I think it's a different one. It might be the same one. I don't know. All I know is we've had 2 Mohammeds donate money to me. It's been 2 different ones, and I appreciate the love from both of them, you know. But yeah, with all that said, though, I appreciate the support, guys. I really do. Thank you very much. Yeah, hey, they're the truth right now, man. They're sending me. I mean, listen, you got to give credit where credit's due. He also predicted the move in some of these stocks yesterday, so I'll give him credit. He had some good calls yesterday. You know, I'll give him credit. Oh, the money is for me to invest in Cardano. See, bro, I would have to open up a CoinDesk account. I don't even know if I have one. I would have to open up a unless they let me do it on Thinkorswim. No, this isn't vodka. This is actually just flavored water with caffeine in it. It's like flavored water with caffeine in it. Y'all think I'm drinking vodka this early in the morning? Number one, I don't drink at all. I'm not a drinker at all. Like, I don't drink beer. I don't drink anything. I'm just not a drinker at all. Oh, I know. It's the only platform to buy Cardano. Hey, I'm not mad at drinkers. You know, I'm just saying, I'm not a drinker. AIKI, guys. Hey, listen. AIKI Ribbon. Mohammed, bro, thank you, man. Thank you very much, bro. Here, message me on Discord, Mohammed. Here, I got you. Just message me on Discord. We'll talk about it. Here. Here's our Discord. Just message me here. It'll be easier just because there's a lot of, people here. So here, message me here. You go to monitor. There's our Discord, bro. Mohammed, bro, stop it. Yeah. What? Okay, guys, listen. I gotta tell you guys about this. I'm honestly, that's crazy, bro. To buy some flavored water? Hey, thank you, brother. I know, bro. I got everybody donating money to me, man. I appreciate the love. I really do. We got AIKI here. But yeah, Mohammed, like I said, brother, you need anything from me, bro? You're a made man in here today. Message me on Discord, brother. I got you. Just message me on Discord, man. Same thing with you, Mambo. Hey, y'all need anything, message me. Y'all want any type of content you want me to see? You want me to review any stocks? Do all that good stuff? Let me know. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a drinker. If I did have a vice, it would be, you know, easing my mind, if you will. But I live in Texas, so I can't really do that here. But if I did have a vice, that would be it, you know. Alright, but yeah, we got AIKI here. Let's start looking up some catalysts today, team. That's the time. It's time. Alright, this is Alkedo Pharma, and their shares are trading higher after the company announced it executed a patent license agreement with for a technology that covers the use of psilocybin for cancer applications. And psilocybin, or magic mushrooms as they say, is actually a very interesting drug. It's a really interesting drug. They've done a lot of studies on it, and they think it actually refreshes certain neural pathways in your brain, right? And that's the studies that they've done on it. I don't know whether it actually does. I'm just giving you guys a rundown on kind of what they use it for and what they're looking at it for. And so that is the news for AIKI here, is that it hit a patent license agreement for a technology that covers the use of psilocybin for cancer applications for AIKI here. And so this one's interesting, a real catalyst. I'm certainly watching it. I think 115 looks good. And then we got the whole dollar of one. Above us, I'm going to go to the daily chart to see what's up with this. We're sitting at 130s here, so we certainly have some big resistance at like 133 or so. Above us, we have 150. So those are what we're watching right now here. And yeah, this kind of lined up pretty well, actually. So yeah, these are the levels we're looking at for AIKI here. We'll see what happens. SELB is recently getting some volume. SELB. Oh no, bro, you don't have to stop. Oh, did you do it again? Mohammed, bro, thank you, man. I appreciate the love, brother. Thank you very much, dude. No, listen, you don't have to stop. Don't feel obligated to either, though. You know, I'm not gonna encourage you to stop, but like, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, to be honest, guys, I love donations. I really do, obviously. But you don't feel the need to. If you want to, you know, support the channel, that's cool, and I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much, by the way. And I really don't want to, like, I definitely appreciate it. It's to be honest, I'm humbled by it, and I don't really know what to say, you know, a lot of the time. So I appreciate the love, guys. I really do. But yeah, we got IGC, which I believe is another cannabis stock, making some moves. Whoa, bro, $19.99. Wow, dude. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you very much, bro. What is that, like $40 today, dude? Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. You're the truth, man. You're the truth, bro. Hey, you better believe, once this stream is done, dude, I'm researching the heck out of it. Y'all help me out, though. I don't know how to trade crypto, man. I really don't. I don't know how to get involved with crypto. I'm old, man. I'm old. And I'm not old, but I'm older, you know, I'll say. All right, we also have TAT. See, bro, this is the thing with donations, bro. It's literally contagious. Everybody else starts donating. Abel, thank you, brother. I appreciate the support, man. Hey, thank you very much. Shout out to my man Abel. Thank you, bro. Hey, that's right. Hey, thank you, guys. Shout out to you all. I should change it to where, like, I gotta do push-ups every donation. You know, every donation, I gotta do, like, 20 push-ups, you know. That started a trend. I'm not saying I will, but I'm just saying I could. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, anyways, back to TATT. Right, that's what I don't understand. Like, it's about, I'm gonna research it for sure. You'll be 71 in a week? Dan, my man. Hey, I appreciate you being here, brother. You know, like I said, you know. I watched that movie Tag the other day. Y'all ever seen the movie Tag, right? And the phrase, the quote of that movie is, you don't get old, you don't stop playing because you get old old because you stop playing. Good quote. I liked it from the movie. But yes, sir. All right. Let me focus here. We got ATIF. Push it up, rip it up here. It's at 109. Hop on Cardano. I mean, listen. Mohammed, what's the platform? What kind of platform should I use, bro? What's the platform? Look at ATIF, guys. Look at ATIF. But yeah, name me some platforms that I can use in the US, and I'll get on it. Alright, so we got... Is that a platform? The Kraken? Is that a... Oh, it is a platform. Hey. Hey, I got you. I'll sign up for that. Headquartered in San Francisco. Yeah, I got you. I'll sign up for that. Dang, man, how long they want these passwords, bro? Hey, done. I've signed up to Kraken. I gotta get my email, so I'll get that later, but I'm done. But yeah, ATIF, rip it up. Let's go ahead and look at the catalyst for this. And for some reason, man, my Streamlabs are acting funny. So if somebody sends me a donation and I don't realize it, let me know. Because, yeah, I got you. Yeah. I got you. Hey, I just signed up. I just got to activate it now, but I got you. Beginner trading, but I've been involved from everything to trading and mining. Pretty much everything about crypto. Been in that for 7 years now, so what you want to know, I got you. Hey, honestly, the only confusion I have with any type of crypto is how you buy and sell it and how you store it in a wallet. Like, that's the only thing I don't really know about crypto and stuff like that. Let me go through my watch list real quick, guys, and then we'll talk about it. Alright, but yeah, we got ATIF is up. ATIF Holding Limited plans to launch an asset management business in the first quarter of this year in 2021. That's the catalyst for ATIF here. I'm looking at we're looking at 107 here, where we have some confirmation, and then the next spot, I think, is 125 right here. I think I got to look at some longer term moves, but let me look at a daily chart. So we're at 116s, so... Yeah, I think 116 is I think this is a resistance level. And so we're watching these, and then obviously the pre-market high up here at 122 for ATIF. We'll see what happens there as well here. Did I look at ISR's release? Did I look at this? Was this... No, I didn't. Okay, so ISR is up. This is IsoRay Medical. They're up big on FDA clearance for a prostate cancer treatment. And so again... ISR is IsoRay Medical, and they are up big. This started in after hours yesterday, and again, the catalyst for this is that FDA cleared them for an MRI guided procedure for prostate cancer treatment. So a real catalyst here. This one has a big range too. I'm curious about what the float actually is for this. So the float here. The float of ISR is 86 million, so it's not necessarily a small float. It's not a huge float as well. It's about medium sized, and so we're watching it. GHSI is the next one we're looking at. GHSI. I don't see any catalyst specific for this one. Hey, Mohammed, didn't you say that this one was related to... Hey, buddy. Bye-bye, buddy. Have a good day at school, man. Love you, bud.
Okay. Love you.
All right. Alright, so my kids are going to school today. Hey, where's Maddie? Alright, but yeah, GHSI. Got you. Yeah, he said it's not on Coinbase yet. He said that it's going to be getting there soon. All right, and so for GHSI, we got 75 cents. Yeah, I mean, listen, my kids have not been to school in like a month or two. They're going to school today, actual school. We got BOXL starting to push here. Look at BOXL. Anyways, I can't see any catalyst for GHSI. It's Bitcoin related, they say. So let's look at Bitcoin too. Bitcoin is sitting at 35,000, guys. 35,000. That's crazy for Bitcoin. I know a lot of people that are getting rich off of Bitcoin's move. So, hey, let's watch it. But yeah, GHSI, I'm looking at 85 cents. Obviously, $1 is the big level. That's the main thing I'm watching. I'm also looking at 75 cents as the bottom range to watch. But I'm looking mostly at like $1 above us to see if it breaks that. And that's what I'm going to try to play off of if we get it. We also have TATT, TAT. This is an industrial stock. It's up. Market cap is 62.8 million. I don't see why this one's moving, but it's a very small float of less than 4 million. Less than 4 million for JAGX here. Or for TATT. JAGX is showing up on the scans. What else we got, guys? I guess the other big news is just cannabis. So we got SNDL. We've got SNDL. We've got ACB. We've got CGC, and the cannabis sector as a whole is up. Let's see why. It must be sympathy from something. I guess it was the Tuesday Senate runoff race in Georgia, is what it looks like. Let me see. Alright, so yeah, investors watched yesterday's runoff race in Georgia. I'm assuming the Democratic victory was there. So did the Democrats win in Georgia? If so, that should be good for the cannabis sector. Did the Democrats win in Georgia? Dems took both. Okay, so yeah, that's positive for the whole cannabis sector. So we have TLRY, ACB, CGC, APHA, ACB. I think I said ACB already. And so yeah, we got some moves here. We also have ZSAN starting to move up. But yeah, SNDL cannabis as well. This is probably the cheapest one that we're watching here for cannabis moves. Yeah, for sure, Steven. Here's the problem. I mean, listen, at this point in time, I just want cannabis to be legal. It's time. Not even for like me specifically, just because it, like, cannabis being criminalized affects a large majority of people, right? Especially minority communities, and it's time to legalize it. Like, objectively speaking here, the only real argument for cannabis, or the only real argument that you need to think about with cannabis is, do you consider cannabis better for you or worse than alcohol? If you think cannabis is better for you than alcohol, regardless of anything else, it should be legal. You know, it's about having an even standard of things that are legal. And you know, I see a lot of people on the right that are super against cannabis legalization, but they're like, oh, anti-government, the government's bad, but we still want to have a prohibition on cannabis. Like, I'm all about the person's rights, you know. I'm all about the rights of the people here, and that's one of them, but for some reason people ignore it. In the end, it's time to legalize, and we'll see what happens, but I don't know. Yeah. Nah, I've met a lot of them that do. I mean, most people don't, I think, anymore. At this point, it's just the conservative politicians keeping it criminalized, though, to be honest. And like I said, I don't really shill for either side of the political spectrum. I don't really like any type of politicians because none of them really do what they say they're going to do, and it's all just this big bureaucratic nonsense in politics. But yeah, that's something I certainly agree strongly with. Yeah, people be like, drugs are bad. Let me drink my scotch, you know, drink my cup of coffee every morning. But that's not a drug, right? You know, caffeine's a drug. Coffee, you know, is a drug. alcohol is certainly a drug, and alcohol kills far more people than cannabis does every year. Cannabis doesn't kill anybody, but alcohol is extremely dangerous, and they sell it at gas stations. But cannabis is bad, you know. Just a ridiculous thing at this point in time. Yeah, most politicians are crooks, for sure, 100%. NBIO, I'm starting to look to see if we got anything else, but... And like I said, regardless of my views on that, guys, I love you all. It shouldn't affect whether you like the stream or not, one of my views on that. I think people are a little bit too sensitive about other people's views, and nobody's going to agree with somebody 100%, and so, you know, in the end... We're all different. We all have different environmental experiences through life, which change the way we view certain things, and that's okay. You know, everybody's a little bit different. Hey. Love you. Have a good day. Huh? Yeah, it looks pretty. You look good. You ready? It does. It looks good. You look pretty. Huh? Yeah, it looks good. You look good. Have a good day, sweetie. Love you. All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, somebody said not true. I've had a friend get in an accident. I mean, in the end, guys, of course that's gonna happen. But the problem is that people are gonna consume that regardless of whether it's legal or illegal. The only thing you do by having a prohibition on it is cause people to go to illegal drug dealers, which puts them in far more danger than they would if they went to a licensed dispensary. The reason cannabis is a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to ultimately buy it, and eventually that illegal drug dealer is going to offer you something else. Right? That is why cannabis is a gateway drug. And so if you don't want it to be a gateway drug, legalize it. People are going to consume it regardless of whether it's legal or not. And so it makes no sense to have a prohibition on it at this point in time. And to be honest, the only real reason it's criminalized still is because law enforcement and the private prison industry lobby against it every year. But hey, let's not get me started. All right, we got AIKI making moves. We're watching it. But yeah, AIKI is probably my favorite here. I'm still watching ISR too, but AIKI is probably at the top of the list just based off of volume. The other one that looks good that a lot of people might not consider anymore just because it fell down some is TATT. This one has a very small float on it. It's less than 4 million in the float, and so if we get a crazy move today, it might come from TATT. It might not, but it might because the float is very small. Let me look up the float in all of these other ones here. I know I've looked at ISR. It has like an 80 million float. Let me look at AIKI as well. Yeah. And that's okay. That's your choice, Dan. You know what I mean? It's all good, bro. I don't either, to be honest. But the facts on it are still the facts. So AIKI, does anybody know what the float is on AIKI? Let me look up the float on GHSI as well. Float is 84 million on GHSI. And then the rest we mostly just have cannabis. So like I know the float's not small for like SNDL. The float for SNDL is almost 500 million, so it's actually a pretty large float. Still trying to find some stuff that are moving. It's a little bit slower of a day. Hoth. We got BNGO a little bit. SYN. Made some money on SYN yesterday. The only real one that looks kind of good is TATT. CORN, too expensive. Or CRN's not bad. KERN doesn't look too bad either. It just needs some more volume, to be honest. That's the only issue with this, is that it needs more volume. Hey, thank you guys. 33 million float for AIKA. Hey, I appreciate it. You like to trade on a float under what? I mean, I'll trade any stock. It doesn't, I mean, as long as the pattern looks good, most of the time I'll trade it, but I do prefer smaller floats. And when I say smaller, I mean like under 75 million. You know, those are pretty small. And so anything under 75 million, definitely piques my interest a little bit more. Although, if we're going to see some crazy moves like ACY and like we had last week with like UUU and all these crazy rips, most of the time those are going to be in floats that are like under 5 million. Because in order for a stock to really rip like those, the float needs to be small. Another one is ATIF. The problem is like most stocks are around $1 today. And I know that's not really a lot of people's preference when it comes to some of these, but we're watching ATIF here. No, I can't, Stanley, unfortunately. Alright, and so, yeah, we're watching some of these here. AIKI, I don't hate this, and we might buy a little bit here, too. Just a tiny trade. Just because I don't hate the pullbacks. We're getting it with, like, 25 shares here for AIKI, and we're going to look for it to fill this range up until 160, and we maybe add some to it as well. But we're in with a small share size here for AIKI in pre-market. If it pulls back to, like, 137, 136, we might add some. Here's 136. Or I'm not going to add any yet. I'm going to see if it holds at 133 first. And then if it does hold, then I might actually add to it. But I want to see, the big thing is it needs to either stay above the VWAP or rebound up to the VWAP level. Yeah, ISR is not bad. I don't really like giving good entry points for a lot of these. What's up, Leonardo? I appreciate the becoming a member, bro. If you just now did. If not, I appreciate you becoming a member whenever that was. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, I see TENX as well. TENX. CALA and ATIF. ATIF's really not that bad. Alright, so we'll see if it holds here. I actually like that move. Yeah. Come on. Try to get filled a little bit more there. Alright, we're in with 50 shares now. So like I said, I don't mind scaling it up, back up. Once we fully recover from this move, and we get back above the VWAP, I don't mind adding into it like that. So we're in with 50 shares now. Yeah, we're looking at JAGX as well, too, today. SNDL. Yeah, we're looking at SNDL for sure. Oh, I was also looking at like XNET. But I guess that was probably not a good one, huh? Sorry guys, I'm looking up some stuff. Hold on. Really? $3? Man. No, we ain't doing that then. I mean, hey, FCEL is still honestly looking really strong. What did AIKI end up doing? Hey, yeah, so we're watching it. FCEL, honestly, I mean, I don't know what the float is. I think the float is huge for it. Yeah. Hey, I mean, we're up. I'm going to see if we can break 150s here. And so you guys, I hope you guys understand why I decided to buy here. And really nice VWAP bounce did buy. Looks like I got filled a little bit rough for my entry here. We're still watching JAGX as well. Hey, my man. Thank you, Root. Hey, Root, honestly, I still got to get back with you, bro. Now that my schedule's a little bit more free, message me on Discord, bro. I got you. Let's talk about it. I saw one of your messages. Alright, so we're sitting here. Yeah, and I saw one of your messages, and it was about, Here, sorry, let me look into this a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so do you have people, you have somebody programming those scripts, right? Ooh, look at this drop on AIKI. Hey, but thank you for the $10 donation, brother. I got you, man. Hey, I appreciate the support, team. Alright, so luckily, we're keeping it pretty small here for this one. I like the rip. Maybe I should have taken profits into the rip, but this is a big trader selling right here. But yeah, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. I wrote them as a program. Oh, got you. Okay. So yeah, let's talk, man. Just, we could try to Zoom, either this afternoon. It would have to be like this evening, right? But if you want to Zoom and we can talk about just strategies that I've been using. Like I said, man, my strategies have gone really, really well. And the strategies I've been using are actually pretty simple. I know you used some of how I trade basing it, but let me show you, like, this is my graph in TD Ameritrade this past week. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. It really is. Let me see, and like I add money to it and take it off, but like the last week and a half I haven't added money into it or taken it off at all. Let me see. Yeah. I mean, and this is my graph, honestly, over the last 2 weeks is what this is. This is since Christmas Eve. Wait, I gotta move this. Hold on. But yeah, this is since Christmas Eve. This is my graph. I'm honestly really excited about it too, because like this is my graph since Christmas Eve. Look at that graph, guys. Hey, people could say, oh, this dude doesn't know how to trade. This dude loses. Y'all say whatever y'all want. That's my TD Ameritrade graph right now. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. I gotta low-key brag a little bit because that's a pretty graph. You guys know. But yeah, like I said, this is since the December 24th. So hey, we're doing it, man. Hey, the system's working. I'll give it that. Yeah. Anyone who thinks you lose is out of their mind. Hey, I appreciate it. You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised, man. But I appreciate the continued support, bro. I really do. Oh, and don't worry, man. People been tipping today. We've gotten like 6 donations. Shout out to Mohammed. Shout out to Mambo. Shout out to Abel. Hey, thank you, team. I appreciate the love. I really do. Alright, so yeah. I'm still in AIKI here. We're just chilling right now. It's fine. As long as it stays over the VWAP. I can even use this low down here as a risk. So like 133. And honestly, this 133 level was confirmed a lot on the daily chart. And so that's what we're watching. Like I said, though, my main real watch is ISR, TATT, AIKI, and GHSI. Like those 3 or 4. I'm also watching ATIF as well. Those 4 or 5 are my favorite ones right now. And I don't really see anything else. Everything else is pretty slow aside from Cannabis. Obviously, we got Cannabis moving today with like SNDL. We've got like CGC, Cron. Any Cannabis stock is basically up on sympathy today. So we're watching those too. But yeah, wait, what was that? Was that Hexo? Yeah, HEXO is not really that bad either. We're watching that too. Ooh, man. All right, we're probably going to get stopped out here. If we could hold here, yeah, look, see, there's the support hold. There's 138, so we rebounded that pretty fast. 39s, 40s. Look at that rebound there. So, yeah, really nice risk level at 133 for me, at least at this point in time. Yeah, I got you. Here, I'll post the Discord in the description. Alright, there you go. Yeah, it's in there now. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I put it in the description. I don't know, man. I took a little 2-week break just for the holidays so I could kind of chill with my family a little bit. I've been working my tail off all year. And so, you know, for the holidays and New Year, I just wanted to chill with my family some. So I took a few weeks break. This weekend, we're certainly going to be dropping at least one, maybe two. We also might look at dropping one on Thursday, but it'll probably just be this weekend. Just because our stream numbers have been getting so nice that I don't want to interrupt the stream by making 2 posts in one day. But yeah, weekend video is certainly going to drop at least one this weekend. Probably Saturday. Yeah, I'll hit 40K certainly by the weekend. I'll hit 40K by Thursday or by tomorrow. As long as we keep growing at the rate. We've been growing by like 200 to 300 subscribers a day. And so by that growth rate, you know, we're going to hit 40K by Thursday or Friday for sure. Like I said, unless something crazy happens, like a huge slowdown in growth, which I don't think it will. But yeah, we've been hitting, you know, 350 subscribers a day. And so, yeah, we've been growing. I'll say that. That's right. I appreciate it, Sam. Alright, so yeah, we're still sitting in AIKI. We'll come back to it. Like I said, we're really kind of looking at TATT is the smallest float one that I see today. If there's a smaller float that I didn't see, let me know. But TATT is the small float one that I'm watching. Am I missing anything lately, guys? We got NRBO here. What's the float of this? This has got to be a very small float. Look at NRBO, guys. This actually is one that I think I missed here. The float has got to be very, very small. Thank you, Nancy, for the float on AIKI. I appreciate that, if you're listening. But NRBO, what's the float on this thing? 15 million in the float, so it's actually larger than I thought it would be based off of the movement. But hey, watch NRBO. We might add that one to the list today as well here. So we're still chilling right now. Let me see. I might add a little bit more to this if this keeps holding. No, I was trying to add 50 more shares. We'll wait for this pullback here. I tried to get it on the bid, just no fill. We'll have to jump in on the asking price. If we get back up to 141, I'll add another 100 shares. But yeah, we're also watching JAGX today, which was like a mover yesterday. We're still keeping an eye on it. But honestly, man, look at this graph, guys. Look at this graph. This is probably the best penny stock graph I've ever had. Ever. You know, like look at this. And you can see the date here. I mean, here's the date. You can see how long it's been. All right, there we go. There's the... Come on. All right, so we're filled. We're on 100 shares. We're going to take profits very quickly, though, if we get it. Preferably at like 146 is where we're going to take profits. At least half of the position off. But look at this graph, man. I know I'm bragging too much about it, but listen, I'm honestly super excited about this graph in penny stocks. Speaking of that, all right, so now we're getting the rip. There's the rip. We got 144s. Let's get 145s. Alright, we need that bid price to get a little bit higher. The bid price is the one lagging. It's sitting at 42s. We need that to get up to like 45s or 46s before we take profits. But we're sitting at 100 shares right now. We're also obviously looking at cannabis today. Yeah, I drew this, you know. Yeah. I know you're being sarcastic, but yeah, I drew that, you know. Man, if I tried to draw it, it would not look like this at all. It would be like... You know, that would be me drawing a graph. Yeah. All right. We're gonna come on. All right, we got out a half there. Like I said, we're gonna take profits quick. We got 46s. Small little trade so far. We're still holding 50 shares. We'll see if it works. That's at least gonna protect us. And so if it does end up just dumping down here, we can get out for a small loss or close to break even at this point. MRKR. Man, why is this even showing up on my scanner? We got UUU on here. Hoff. NRBO. Alright, there's 47s. I got up to 48s, it looks like. I gotta pay more attention to this. The bid needs to get a little bit higher. Alright, there's 47s, 48s. Nice. All right, we got out another half there. We're still holding 25 shares. Hey, there's the rip. We'll see if we can get over 150. If it gets down to 49s, we're just going to get out the rest and take the small. Yeah. What? Now it feels me. All right, that's cool. You know, we made a little gain here. We'll try to attack it on a small pullback, maybe down to like 43 is what we might be looking for here. Maybe a small pullback to like 43 or so. Hey, but we got 544 people here already before 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. So, hey, let's keep growing, team. Let's keep growing. AIHS showing up. Ha. ISR is just kind of chilling here. I don't know what the float is for ISR, but check out the description. Benzinga is the scanner I'm using, so it's Benzinga. Hey, top of the morning to the greatest channel on YouTube. Hey, you know it, man. We're the truth over here. I appreciate the support. I would say we're one of the realest day trading channels. I would say that for sure. But, you know, I'm probably the single greatest trader ever. And I'm also the most humble, you know. GHSI still in this range, and we're going to watch this range right here. We're going to see if it breaks out of this range. Here's the range between 75 and 85, 10-cent range on GHSI. We'll see if it breaks over 85 cents. It acquired A&A Therapeutics, developing a proprietary capsule formulation of some type of other biodrug for currently in phase 2-3 trials. Okay, gotcha. MYQ. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's interesting for sure. It's got a big range on it right now. What? NRBO? Huge range. Look at the range on this thing. And the problem, though, is the volume. The volume's just a little bit light. You know, it's probably averaging, what, like 10,000 shares traded a minute, which is not that good, you know. The market's not closed. It's just pre-market, so it's just a little bit slower. So there's like an initial opening in pre-market where stocks move. You can't market in or out. There's usually lower liquidity, and then the actual market, the main market opens at 9:30. Hey, what's up, 9-4? Hey, I'm doing good, bro. Alright, so yeah, we're watching BNGO as well here. We're still watching Bingo from yesterday. TATT is interesting. It's trying to climb over the VWAP here, and this one's not bad. This one has a very small float, and so I think if we're going to get a crazy rip today, it's probably going to be with through stuff like this. It's probably going to be in moves like this. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cannabis stocks are up because the Democrats won in Georgia. Yep. Look at NMTR. The only thing, as soon as I look at this, the only problem I have with it is that the float looks to be a little bit, too big here. What's the float on NMTR? I'm not sure what it is. AIKI is moving. Did I miss the last move? I mean, I sold at like 150. That's cool. Man, I should have taken my own advice. You remember what I said, guys? I said I might buy it if it pulls back to 143. I think I said 143 right here. And so we did kind of get that pullback, but I just missed the dip buy opportunity here. And this is why, is because the sentiment is just so strong when it starts to test below the VWAP, but actually holds and then starts to push above it and then holds it as support. That's just a really strong bullish sentiment, and it's really easy to kind of see the momentum come in there. I missed the dip buying opportunity, and at this point we're a little bit too late here. But honestly, guys, I low-key might start trading pre-market with some size, because I have been very successful in pre-market the last few weeks, man. If you guys have been watching me, I've been super successful in pre-market the last few weeks, man. It's surprising. I've never had that good of results. AREC is starting to rip. And now it's falling down. Yeah. Hey, I mean, the setups I'm using in pre-market are actually really easy. They're very simple. You guys want me to go over my pre-market strategies? They're actually very, very simple. I think I've gone over them a bunch of times before, but I mean, I could use AIKI as an example. But low-key pre-market strategies have been working like crazy, honestly. And so yeah, looking into pre-market, so here's the strategy, right? The first thing I look for is, as always, if I'm gonna buy a stock, it needs to be above the VWAP. If I'm gonna buy a stock, it needs to be above the VWAP, always. I'm never gonna buy a stock if it's below the VWAP. If the stock is underneath this purple line right here, that means it's in a downward trend, or at least it's trying to be, and I'm not interested in buying it. So what I do is I look for a stock to push underneath the VWAP a little bit. You can see it starts to break underneath the VWAP here. You can see some down wicks here and here, right? And then I love it when it starts to put in some wicks like this, and then it pushes really quickly back above the VWAP level, and then pulls back to it, right? And so that's what I'm jumping into. So when it completely reclaims the VWAP and then pulls back to it right here, so it pulls back to it right here. That's where I dip buy, and then I just use the bottom as risk, right? Like I just use this bottom at 133 as a risk level, and then I try to attack that range. And so in this case, I wait for it to reclaim the VWAP and then pull back to it. That's where I dip buy, and then I'm just attacking the range up here to 150. And so I got this range, and the cool thing is that you can see how small my risk is. If I'm jumping in here at 37 and I'm only risking 33, that's a pretty good risk level. That's a small risk and a big reward target of at least, 10 to 15 cents. And so it's a good risk reward trade that honestly has had really high accuracy rate as well. And so I hope that makes sense. That's really the strategy I've mostly been using in pre-market. As we're talking though, here's a pullback to 140. I don't know if I like it anymore. At this point in time, it kind of has a double top up there at like 160, 155. And so I don't know if I like it. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm mostly attacking short term anyway, but we'll watch it still. We also have TATT starting to push up here. Hey, that's right. Who dat? Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, I was just explaining the trade I just got into that I'm not holding anymore. So yeah, I was really just explaining the trade I got into here, which is exactly what I did. I bought it here. I sold at the top of this range. Like I said, I'm attacking this range here. I'm not attacking breakouts. I'm attacking this range right here. That's it. That's the only range I'm attacking. I'm looking for a resistance level in between the VWAP. And then I'm attacking that range here. And that's exactly what I did. If you guys watched the trade, although small, that's exactly what I did. And it works. TATT is starting to push up, guys, and this is the smallest float stock we have on my watch list today. Is TATT. I think the float is like 3.5 million, so very small, and we're watching it for sure. I'm pretty sure my VWAP is -2.2 for length. Let me look at it. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, so negative 2.2 for deviations. Time frame is day. Yeah. That's it. It's right here. It's negative 2.2. So number deviation down is negative 2. Number deviation up is 2. Time frame is day. To buy pre-market, you don't need approval from your broker. I mean, your broker has to have pre-market trading, but you don't need to ask for approval. All you really need to do to buy in pre-market on Thinkorswim, at least, is change your time in force to extended. You can see TIF, it's extended hours. If I was trading after the bell, I would switch it to day. But if I'm trading extended hours like pre-market, then I hit EXT, and then, you know, I get filled. But yeah, look at TATT here. Interesting move. The next thing I want to see is it needs to hold over 750, and it also needs to hold like 730s, which it kind of did already. But TATT is probably my favorite one at this point in time, just because the float's small, it's got a lot of range, and there might be some opportunity for it. ISR. Yeah, ISR is holding. Problem with ISR is the float, but we're still watching it, certainly. Still looking at ATIF as well. Look at SENS. Oh, that's not really doing much. Still watching ATIF though. Mara, which is crypto, is kind of up today. So look at Mara, M-A-R-A. Look at that SNDL as well. It's starting to move up. ORTX is not bad either. It just needs some better volume, to be honest. Still watching AIKI here. The next thing to do is see if it holds the VWAP. So we're watching AIKI as well, and TATT is up to 760s, guys. 760s for TATT. Look at this. So it's starting to rip. I do trade with a small time frame. I trade in a 1 minute chart. Yeah, that's right, Don. Yeah, TATT moving here. And like I said, this is my favorite right now just because the float is very small here. Alright, so let me see the float on ISR. I'm pretty sure the float of ISR is 86 million. The float of AIKI is 34 million. The float of TATT is 3.2 million. So the smallest float I've seen today. GHSI, the float is 85 million for GHSI. And so yeah, some of these just have really small floats, but I don't hate GHSI, and you can see why I attack this range. Look at this range between 75 and 85. Look how well it actually followed this range so far. And so this is why I watch ranges like this. And if you can find these type of ranges, you can exploit them and profit from them for sure. You just got to be able to identify these type of ranges like I see here in GHSI. And that's really what I try to do. Works super well if you could just be patient. Nah, I probably wouldn't. I'm sticking to what works for me at this point, John. And so it's like, I wouldn't want a smaller time frame because I think that's just going to throw my system off, if that makes sense. The definition of insanity is continuously trying the same thing, expecting a different result. And I know stock trading is a little bit different, but I don't want to change my system too much because I'm having really good results with it, obviously. So I just kind of want to stick with what's been working and not change it too much, if that makes sense. ARTL started to push towards the pre-market high. NRBO, let me see. NRBO has 5.5 million in the float, so this one has a very small float too, NRBO, but it's looking weak at this point. ISR starting to move up, TATT starting to move up, and AIKI, it did not hold at the VWAP now, so we'll see what happens here. Like I said, I'm out of this one. My trading is done. I've already made a little bit from it. The next step is just to see what happens here and see if it holds at 130s. ENSV. Still watching MARA and like Riot. TLRY is probably the big news in cannabis. Yeah, I've never used E-Trade. Nah, I don't want the 10-second time frame. It's too small, man. It's too chaotic. ARTL trying. EBON mover from yesterday trying. We're still kind of looking at bingo, and it's still on our gappers list today. Yeah. Hey, and like I said, guys, if you haven't already, we do this live for free every single day. We will be day trading at the opening bell, and we day trade for hours and hours every single morning live for free right here on YouTube. And so if you appreciate free content like that, listen, we don't sell a course. We don't sell a service. We just try to teach people what works for us. It might not work for you. We don't claim to be experts, and we just genuinely try to be a free resource and community for traders to get together. We don't charge for any content. And if you appreciate movements like that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's keep growing, team. All right, we got TATT still moving up. It's at 770s, and this is the smallest float I've had today. So we're watching it for sure. Yeah, SNDL. Yeah, I'm certainly watching SNDL. It's a cannabis stock. And so we're certainly watching it, based on, and all the other cannabis stocks today, really. ATIF is kind of holding. A lot of these are like $1, $2 stocks. So yeah, look, AIKI did end up holding that same level we talked about, 133s. We're still watching it. Cannabis stocks are moving up too. Look at INFI, guys. INFI. INFI starting to make rips here. It's from 198s to 230s here. INFI making a big rip. Let me see what the float is. The float is 62 million for INFI, so it's not necessarily a small float. The volume's a little light too. Let me see. I don't like that pullback. They reported ending 2020 with 34.1 million in cash and investments. That's the news. We also have a few that are just recently ripping up here. East, EYES, Oz. Not really any volume with these. I don't know why this is even showing up. ISR is still looking okay. TATT is still sitting at 763. SNDL's not cannabis? Maybe I'm just wrong with that. I thought it was cannabis. I might be wrong though, but I thought it was cannabis. Float means the total amount of shares that are available to the public. The smaller the float, the bigger range the stock's going to have, just because supply and demand, you know, each individual trade is going to cause, it's going to be a larger percentage of that stock's overall shares available. And so with smaller floats, you're going to have larger ranges. You're going to have more potential for big rips, big squeezes. Ultimately, more risk comes with that as well, though. Look at SPI. SPI Energy is another one that I've watched a lot before. SPI is kind of gapping up. The problem is volume, but it might pick up some at the open. We'll see. Still watching GHSI, and I like the volume here for it. AIKI is still battling this level, but it's not terrible either. SNDL is cannabis. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I figured it was. Yeah, gotcha. ISR. Yeah, we're watching ISR. Yeah, ISR is up here. The next step here is to see if it holds the VWAP. You know, I just want to see it hold the VWAP, and if it does, you know, by how much. I kind of want to dip by AIKI again. I've already made some money on it, but I do kind of want to dip by it now that we're holding the VWAP here. And so I might get in with like 25 shares right now. Alright, we're with 25 shares, and we're just going to see if we can get back up to that 150 level if we make that climb here. Maybe I'm being a little bit over trading right now, but still. Yeah, I see why it's up, Justin. Why'd you shave your beard? Because my wife made me. No, she didn't make me, but I shaved the beard because my wife likes it when I shave. I guess I look younger. Trust me, I'm growing it back one of these days. She didn't make me, she asked me to. And honestly, like I said, guys, I'm pushing 30. And so, I hated looking young all my life. I hated looking young all my life. All my life I looked young. All my life, I hated it. I always wanted to look older, as young people do. And so, at this point in time, now that I'm over 30, I'm okay with looking young. And I don't mind looking young. And so, you know, I don't mind shaving and looking a few years younger. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Oh, I thought you were calling me a simp. No, yeah, I see SIMP. It's OTC. It's no volume. It's moving some. Big range for SIMP, but no volume. Hey, nice, Muhammad. I mean, I'm over 30. I'm not exactly 30. I'm a little bit older. I'm not gonna say my exact age. Right. I'm 22 but look 16. That's how I was, bro. Hey, listen. For the guy that says I'm 22 but look 16, listen. When you're 30, you'll appreciate it a lot more. I'll tell you that. I looked really young all my life. I hated it, you know. But once you start to hit 25, 30, you're gonna appreciate it. I promise. All right, so yeah, we're in AIKI here. I'm just trying to see if it holds the VWAP. Yeah, I'm watching FCO. My entry was 141. Like I said, I'm not telling anybody to buy. I'm going to say this at least once a day, and I'm going to say it again now. If I say a stock looks good, that in no way means you should buy the stock. When I say a stock looks good, all I'm really saying is that the volume looks good enough and the strength in pre-market looks good enough that I might trade it at the opening bell. All I'm doing is building a watch list. I don't know what I'm going to trade. All I can really do is react to the moves that I see. And so my point is, if I say it looks good, I am in no way telling you to buy. I am not an investment professional. This is purely entertainment, and you got to make your own assessment and trade responsibly. I'm not giving out any type of stock picks whatsoever. All I'm really doing is just analyzing the strength and how it looks with regards to like the volume and liquidity that we see in pre-market, and like that's why I say it looks good or bad. If I say it looks bad, it probably means it doesn't have that much volume. If I say it looks good, it just means that the volume looks good, and I might trade it at the opening bell if a setup presents itself. I use VWAP, and that's it. VWAP, sometimes moving averages, sometimes. Hey, we're growing. Alright, we're going to have Caitlin here today as well. Our mod, Caitlin, she's going to join us for the stream as well. Let me get her in here real quick. Alright guys, so yeah, we're break even in AIKI. Like I said, I don't mind holding this one to the open to see if we get like a squeeze or a rip at the opening bell. That's what we're ultimately going to look for here. Hey. Nah, we got Caitlin coming on the stream today. Hey, look at GHSI. It might be breaking over that 85-cent range. That's what I'm watching here too. So we're up a little bit here in this one. Alright, so we're up a little bit. We're just having some, you know, a little feeler trade for this right now. Yeah. Hey, we got 707 people here, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. We do this live every single day right here for free. Y'all hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day. We're up at AIKI. We got the opening bell in 6 minutes. Hey, nah, it's cool. Listen, I appreciate the love, guys. Yesterday, we broke 1,000 people here on the stream. 1,000. That's crazy, crazy. ISR, yeah, we're watching ISR. I'm still in AIKI. This is a little feeler trade. We're going to trade larger, obviously, than this. It's just a little test trade. Now, ISR is kind of doing that thing I talked about, which is that it reclaimed the VWAP, and now it's pulling back to see if it holds it as support. That's interesting to me. That is interesting. And so we're going to see if it holds and what happens here. Alright, but we'll see if it holds there. Alright, guys. We have... this. We've got 5 minutes, team. Honestly, I'm low-key thinking about ISR here. The range is so big, honestly, even for a large float stock for ISR, I don't know what to do with it. Also seeing CEI, which is like an energy play, but that one doesn't look that good. ATOS, look at this dive down here for it. Alright, we're going to do the same thing we did last time, which is we're going to try to add to this as it breaks these highs here. So we're north 50 shares now. What's up, Caitlin? Hold on 1 second. Let me lower the volume and get everything right. So hold on 1 second. Alright. So yeah, guys, like I said, we're going to have Caitlin here today. Let me know what the audio levels are like. What's up, Caitlin?
Hello. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Yeah. So, guys, let's do an audio check. Let me know if it sounds good. It should be okay.
How are you guys doing? How's everybody?
Trading a little bit of pre-market today.
Yeah. You're in what? AIKI still?
Yes.
Cool.
Music is loud? Okay, my bad. I got you guys.
Yeah, how's everything sound?
There we go. How's that? Is that better? It should be better.
Awesome.
Yeah, music too high, loud music, loud.
Okay, what about now? Still loud?
A bit loud.
That's better?
Loud
better.
still.
Okay.
Better. Sound good. Better. Alright.
Awesome.
We should be okay. I'm just... okay, good. Alright, so there we go. And so, yeah. Okay, so we're good. Alright, cool. Sounded like an opium rave. Alright.
Yeah, you need
so
that
wait, is
in the morning, right?
Yeah. So is the music too loud now, or are we good? Good? Mike is at 50. Caitlin's too loud. Alright, hold on. Too low now. There we go. That should be better. Here, let me scoot towards this.
Okay.
Alright, so I should be way better now. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're good.
Good.
Alright, so before we begin, let me do my same old thing. Hold on, let me find it.
For sure.
Alright. Before we begin... wait, there it is. Okay. Before we begin, do you give me your permission to use your audio and video for this live stream on YouTube, and also agree not to say anything whatsoever that goes against the community guidelines and rules of YouTube? Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So, oh man, AIKI dropping down some. It's not looking bad. I don't mind holding AIKI into the opening bell. The only issue is it might get rejected at 150, and so that's what I'm waiting to see.
All right, it's kind of holding that VWAP really closely.
Right. And that's why I really kind of dip bought it. Once it reclaimed the VWAP and then held, that's where that's what made me want to buy it. But I don't mind holding it. I'm just in with 50 shares, and the opening is going to be in 2 minutes, and so I don't mind holding it into the open, hoping that we're going to get a rip up. And if not, I'm already green on the day in this one some. And so we're using money. We have a little bit of room to take our swings there.
Yeah, for sure.
So a few people are asking who Caitlin is. Caitlin has her own YouTube channel. She runs a trading and business YouTube channel teaching you really about investing. And I know we've had a lot of people ask about that. So I'll go ahead and post her link real quick before the opening bell. Y'all go sub to her. Let me find it.
I'm also watching FCL.
FCEL. Yeah, I was seeing that one too. The only reason I might not like that one is just because the float's big.
Yeah.
There's her channel right there. Y'all go sub to it. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Is the music really still loud?
Yeah, is the music too loud still, guys? Let us know. Good morning, everybody.
All right, there's the bell. Let me know if I turned the music down all the way. I might have accidentally turned it down all the way. Let me know if I did, guys. All right, so here's the bell. We got AIKI dropping some. Let me change this to day. Awesome. But we're going to try to see if it holds VWAP. That's what we're really trying to do. We also have TATT up to 770s TATT. Yeah, we're going to get out here. What? Are you serious? Thinkorswim, you're not going to film me right now?
Thinkorswim being weird. Oh, God.
I'm trying to literally mark it out. What? Okay. This is not good. So we got it on day. Okay, we got it on day. Thinkorswim.
Is Thinkorswim working on other people's?
Alright, now I'm out. Sheesh, man. I mean, I'm still... I got out for a tiny loss, which is fine. But, man, I was about to freak out on Thinkorswim. NRBO, and now they reject my first orders. Okay, whatever. But yeah, look at NRBO. Look at JAGX. Is the music even playing anymore?
It's funny. FCEL kind of dropped the first minute, but it's kind of making a little pullback. We'll see if it goes above the VWAP and moving crossovers.
Yeah. JAGX is ripping up too here, guys. So this one was a runner yesterday. Music is gone. All right, let me fix that real quick.
Can't have the music gone.
All right, I just gotta... All right, that should be good. You should be able to kind of hear it. It's hard for me to tell. Let me check my phone and see if that works. But yeah, JAGX is ripping up. I'm still watching TATT. I'm seeing ALRN and AIHS on the scans. Oh, let me switch these over. Regular.
ISR is in a halt.
Is it really?
Wow.
Wow. Oh man, I wish I would have. I was talking about that dip buy too at like 170 earlier when it reclaimed. And this is the same thing I talked about earlier, guys. Remember when I said it reclaims the VWAP and then pulls back to it? That's exactly what it did too before that halt. So ISR looking interesting. I think the float's large on that one too.
Is it?
We have Cannabis, ACB ripping up, breaking highs. It's at 1120s right now for ACB, trying to get over the VWAP. AIKI completely faked me out. And is it halted now? No. We might try to buy this one again. We're going to get in with 50 shares now. Dude, what is going on with Thinkorswim today, man? Wow.
Is anybody else in the chat having issues with Thinkorswim?
That's crazy. Look at this order. It's just sitting here. It's a market order, too. It's a freaking market order. Come on, Thinkorswim.
Right?
And it's been a while since I've had problems with them. I'm going to cancel this. And it won't let me cancel it. Wow. Yeah, Thinkorswim is laggy. Minute to fill. Yeah, so we're running into Thinkorswim issues today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy some FCEL and it's not filling.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unfortunate, honestly. Yeah, I'm looking at SNDL too. It looks good. If it could climb back up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, luckily it's just 50 shares, and maybe, hey, I haven't hit the sell button, and it's starting to rip back up. So we'll see where it fills me if it does fill me. But Thinkorswim's lagging now, guys, unfortunately. It sucks, too, because...
it's a good day.
Yeah, I could see the order. Weird. Let's see, try to cancel it. Oh, now it let me cancel it. Alright, that's good. Last time I did this, though, it filled me instantly. I wish I didn't cancel it, and I wish it would have just filled me. But, at least it's better than getting stuck in something. But, yeah, AIKI, guys, ripping up. Pulled a red to green move. Bounced at that 33 level we talked about in pre-market. Let me drink some caffeine before I freak out on Thinkorswim. Man.
Wow. Okay.
TATT is starting to reverse. Let me know if you guys Thinkorswim starts acting right. Oh, what? Okay, so apparently it just filled me now at the worst possible time. Thanks, Thinkorswim.
It's not even loading the ticker symbol for me.
This sucks because now it just filled me. I mean, it's still looking okay here, but I was gonna add more to it, but I guess I'm just gonna wait. Hopefully it works and it just rips up. But I like that wick right here. And it rejected my other order. That's weird too. So it sounds like they might slowly getting back running here. Let me try to change this symbol. So yeah, mine looks to be okay at this point in time. Hopefully, at least. TATT pulling a red to green move as well. Thanks, Thinkorswim, though. Yeah, here's the drop. Dude, they better let me out of this thing. Wow. So they are literally just chilling here with a market order, just not filling. Shout out to Thinkorswim, guys, because, you know, they're causing me to lose money today. Wow. Dude, they need to exit the trade here, though. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Wow, so I thought I canceled my FCEL order, and it just filled.
Oh, yeah, they're filling late. That's what it did with me, too.
And it canceled, like, on the graph and everything. What the heck? Okay.
Yeah, if this turns into a loss, I don't even care if it's like a $5 loss for me. I'm going to contact them and just tell them, hey, look, we had numerous people that said this happened. I know, like, my account's not really small. I mean, I've got like a $10,000 account here with Thinkorswim. Last time they treated me like I was, you know, they treated me like I had leprosy. Okay, so now I'm out. But I ended up losing like $7 from that, or like $4 or $5. But,
yeah,
man. That's crazy. Hey, still, we got 960 people here. The show must go on, guys. Yeah. Thinkorswim, let me know if you're having issues with Thinkorswim today, too, because last time they basically were like, nah, it didn't happen. It's on your end. And I was like, yeah, but I was streaming, and we had 400 people here saying they had the same issues, and they were just kind of like, nah, it didn't happen. So, yeah. Yep, having issues, too.
Yeah. Make sure to hit that like button, guys.
Right. Yeah, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button.
For sure.
Now I'm scared to trade, though. That's the bigger problem, is that, like, I don't really care about the $4 or $5 loss. Now I'm just kind of scared to trade.
Yeah, right. No, I agree. It kind of ruins your mojo at the beginning of the day.
Right, right. And it's still early, so there'll be a lot of time, but...
For sure.
I'm going to try a test trade. I'm going to do what Eric does, which is actually a good idea, which is that I'm going to buy one share of a stock. I'm going to buy one share of TATT here. Or I'll buy two to keep it free. Market. All right, so my 2-share market order got filled immediately for TATT.
Okay.
And I wish it was a bigger order because TAT just bounced up. But I think we might be back. We'll see, though.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to my 5 shares of FCEL.
So the order's just sitting there?
Yeah, well, I haven't placed a sold order yet.
Okay.
A sell order, but I'm just sitting on it. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Let it try, you know. I'm in TATT with 17 shares. We're testing this out. Surprisingly, I'm up, you know.
Yeah, look at TATT.
And we just sold. I mean, we're making some money from it. I'm in 10 shares now.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I mean, for a 10-share position.
I mean, it made the crossover. It's above the VWAP. It looks good. It looks strong.
Yeah, and this is the lowest float stock today. I think it's got like 3 billion floats, so very small. $18s, $15s. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out here. All right, and they sold. So it looks like they're back. That was a little test order for TATT here, and like it worked. Let me know if you're still having issues, team. Hey, we got 970 people here now. Let's try to break 1,000 again today if we can.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's crazy how much you've grown. That's awesome.
I know. It's been a fun month or so, you know.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Now I'm in TATT. What? Okay, hold on. Hold on. How did that even happen?
They filled your orders late. If you put in multiple orders and then canceled them, then they'll fill all of them at once. That's what they did to me before.
You have to be
No, that's what.
Stop it. No.
They might refund you. They might. Just tell them, like, listen, I'll vouch for you.
I mean, it's $5 right now. Like, I don't think they're going to take me seriously with $5.
Yeah. That's what mine is, too. I can't come to them. They're going to be crazy. And luckily, I mean, it's small for both of us, so.
Dude, oh my god.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know what to do. Okay, cool. Okay, we're just gonna vibe with it. How about that? Okay. This major pullback on TATT. I'm in. Cool. Love it.
So Sean says, no way all your viewers are real people. I can see exactly where they come from. They're certainly real. YouTube has been recommending my content to people more often. I know it's hard to believe, you know, haters are out. You know, it feels good to just grow in front of the haters. But, yeah, these are certainly real people. I can tell because the chat, it's hard to even get a word in with the chat nowadays because the chat's moving so fast. Look at KERN, guys. KERN pulling back to 420. Everybody's favorite number. I don't hate this little pullback either. The range is huge, though. Just a crazy range.
I'm really sad.
Yeah. All right, we're on with 15 shares of KERN. This is Caitlin. She has her own YouTube channel.
Hi.
Yeah, we're paid actors. Yeah, no. I know. I'm just messing with y'all, too. Hey, look, there's the rip. We caught the bounce there at 420. We'll add a little bit more here. We're on 30 shares. I gotta be careful because this is a big range stock. There's 25s. 20. There we go. All right, we're on with 30 shares. This is a decent position relative to this movement. And I don't mind adding more. JAGX is starting to rebound. TATT is DED dead, you know. AIKI though, guys. Look at AIKI here. AIKI though is we're getting in with 25 shares. We're in with 50 shares now. Catching the rip. See if we can hold here. Probably got to get out of this now. Yeah, we're out of this KERN trade. We're in AIKI though. Catching the move here. All right, we're gonna sell a little bit here. Sell half of the position. Catching a nice squeeze, and we're gonna get out the rest there. And this was, I was already down on the day, so that's a little bit. I don't know if I'm green or red on the day yet. No, I know, and you're good. Don't worry about it. Who was it that was messing with me? Sean. Yeah, you're good, brother. I was just messing with you back. Yeah. But yeah, we got AIKI here. I'm looking for a potential pullback now to like 150s. I wonder if I'm green or red on the day. I can't tell, to be honest. I'm green. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm green. I have a win on AIKI, a loss on KERN, and a win on TAT.
I've been doing so well, and like I've been on a green streak, and this just screwed me up.
Yeah, it throws off your mojo for sure. I know it did for me.
Yeah.
You know, my trading. It happens. It'll happen about once every few months with Thinkorswim. I'm used to it at this point, I guess. But at least it's back. I've seen it a lot worse. I've seen it to where literally all trading is basically out for the first 20-30 minutes, which is terrible, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So this one, they resolved it quick. AIKI still sitting over here. Big breakout here for it. We're going to see if we can catch anything else. SPWR, RWLK are all moving. No, it's not. I mean, I'm not going to touch it right now. ISR. It's just weak. It's just really weak. It would have to break over some highs for me to want to get involved with it, to be honest. And so right now it's just looking really weak. It would need to completely rebound and like break over 2 for me to get involved with it. For this one though, for AIKI, I'm gonna look for a pullback to like 150s, and I might actually jump in with 25 shares now just in case we start to rip. And maybe if it pulls back to like 160, I'll add some more to it. But we're in on 25 shares, and I'll add some more if I think it looks good.
Yeah, I just made some profits on AIKI.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's the best looking one for sure right now. All right, there's the pullback. We didn't catch it. All right, we're in with 75 shares now, this is gonna be a much larger position. We're gonna let 150 be our risk at this point in time. There's 159s. All right, 61s. So we can squeeze up here quickly. All right, so AIKI pulling back to these big support levels, which I really like here, honestly. We just want to rip over these highs. Profit target is like 175 if we can get it. But we're not super confident in it either. We're just going to play it out and be very cautious with this one if we can. There's 58s, 59, 60s. Yeah, we're day trading stocks, Adam. And so we're looking for momentum moves and then trying to exploit, you know, those moves. All right, so there's the push up here for AIKI here. We're still break even roughly now. So I don't hate this. We just want to see, like I said, 75 or so.
Bingo, BNGO. It's ripping.
Is it really? That one ripped yesterday too. Yeah, it is. I don't hate the $5 pullback for BNGO either. Pulls back to 5.
Alright, I'm getting out of my FCL trade.
Oh.
That accidentally filled this morning. But we made money. We're good.
Hey, green is good. If you're green, you're green, you know?
Yeah. Especially after the Thinkorswim leg, we're good.
Right, right. Any green is good after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in actually a little bit of BNGO. I'm in with 40 shares. I don't hate the little pullback, small trade. We're in both of these right now. But we're just going to see if BNGO can break these highs up here. You know, looking pretty strong at this point. Still in we're about break even right now, and AIKI too. Alright, so I'm in multiple trades at once. 75s. 37s. Alright, I'll show you this bingo trade. It's probably a little bit faster. Here's BNGO. Still watching AIKI, but it looks like that one just pulled back, so we're going to jump out of that as long as it...
Barcy says, Caitlin, who are you? I know here only John, Bro, and Tiny. But John is ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring anybody. Oh, that's Hero.
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 Okay.
Yeah, that's Hero. He's a long
He's an
time.
OG.
Yeah. What's up, Hero? How you doing, bro? My bad, man. Yeah, we're just we're working over here, bro.
Am I new here? I don't know. I mean, like I've been here, but
Yeah.
not as long as Hero has.
Yeah.
I have my own YouTube channel. Let's see if I find the link. Here's the link for y'all if you want to check that out.
Yeah, y'all go sub to her channel. It's a really informative, good channel. Alright, so I added a little bit more shares to BNGO here. Just because we got the previous closing price underneath us, we've got the $5 support underneath us, and so I can hold 80 shares and risk $10, $15 here and be okay with that, I think. And that way we can also cover half of that, so we can cover 40 shares into a spike up if we get it, and, you know, give us a little bit better entry here too. But yeah, I think it's time to jump out of AIKI. So I'm out of AIKI, lost $5 there. Still here. If there's 15s, 16s, let's see if we get the break. 17s, 18s, 19s. We just took half off there, holding 40 shares left of BNGO. Oh my gosh, man. It was a good thing I got out of AIKI too, because wow, that thing dumped down fast. That's a crazy drop. There's 20s. I'm going to get out of another half here for BNGO just to protect myself. I want to show you guys this for AIKI. Look at this. I got out of this right before this happened. So you can see my P&L, I only lost $5. I got out of this right before it happened. So I got very lucky there. My timing was right, but whew.
What happened?
It just ripped down 20 cents very quickly. No idea. But I got out of it. That's the big thing, you know.
Right? It's crazy. That's the issue with day trading sometimes. It's really volatile.
Exactly. Especially these penny stocks. They can get crazy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to get out here. So we just made a little $7-something from it from BNGO. Made our money back that we lost on AIKI here. We're about break even on the day, to be honest. But better than losing, I guess. Look at SPI, guys. SPI starting to rip. This is an energy play. SPI. And then BNGO is moving too. GHSI is still rangy. Sorry. Go ahead. No, sorry.
No, my dad texted me if you were to pick 5 stocks in the market to invest in, what would you pick right now?
That's a tough one, man. I'm not really much of an investor, but like, there's a few interesting stocks. I don't really like to invest in penny stocks.
No. Yeah.
I like kind of mid caps. Like I think some of the cannabis ones are interesting. I think some mid caps that, you know, different sectors you could, you know, safely get some good gains from it. But a lot of these penny stocks are just gonna fail. You know.
Yeah.
Look at NCTY, guys. NCTY.
NCTY is moving.
Yep. A little bit expensive for me though. So it doesn't look like we're going to break 1,000 people today, but we got up to like 980, which is good enough for me. And honestly, it's just crazy that we're getting 1,000 people here every day. Basically 1,000 people here. That is crazy. I never thought, like, in the last 3 months, I never thought that we would be hitting these numbers this quickly. So appreciate the support, team.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. You know, people think that, like, it just kind of got big overnight. I've been streaming every day for years, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right, Try. I remember having, like, you having 100 people in the room. It's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, really a few months ago we were getting, like, 200 to 300 people. You know, it's not too bad. Honestly, I used to get really good numbers. The day trading space has just gotten really saturated. Specifically streaming has gotten really saturated over the last, like, year, you know. And so there's just a lot of other people trying to do it, and, you know, we were one of the first people to do it, really, but you always got to evolve the channel, you know. Look at PTPT. Your channel will get there. What are you at now, Caitlin?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. 216, I think, or 2 something.
That's not bad. You know, the first few hundred are the hardest, and then after 1,000, it gets pretty. It kind of snowballs from there and gets bigger and bigger. You know.
Yeah. I've only been doing it for like 2 months, and I've heard people say like it took like a year to reach 1,000, and I'm excited to just like grow, you know, and just I don't know. I really want to like educate people on finance, and there's just I don't know. It's cool. It's fun. I like it.
Right. Yeah, and you got to be passionate about it too if you're going to be interested in it. That's like if you're going to day trade or especially run a YouTube, you got to be passionate about it, which I know you are, which is, you know, that'll be super helpful for it. It'll motivate you to keep going. I think it took me a year to hit 1,000, but that's a little bit misleading because I literally uploaded like 10 videos and then I didn't upload anything for a year. And so the entire time I slowly was gaining subscribers from the initial videos I put out. But I think it took me like a year to hit 1,000 or so. But it was mostly just because I wasn't uploading at all. I took like a year break from trading as a whole, you know.
Yeah. Try says, because I'm a girl, statistically women channels grow faster. That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, looks, I think, have a lot to do with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've just seen a lot of other female traders, you know, get big.
Yeah. And in the finance world, I mean, I think one of the primary reasons why I started when I did, especially, is like I didn't see a lot of female like investors in finance
Mm.
group, yeah, like people, so I don't know, I wanted to fill that gap.
Right. Hey, if there's a niche, that's what you gotta find something that is not. That's the key. Because like really, when I got started with this channel, we didn't have a lot of. There wasn't a lot of live day trading videos. Like that was the niche I tried to attack, was live day trading videos, because everybody wanted to see them, and so you just find a target and you shoot for it. As long as it's not super saturated, you should grow fine, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And I think well, I know your being on your channel has helped a lot too, so
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
And it benefits everybody. Yeah, no worries. I have guests come on. It gives me content. It allows people to hear different stories of different traders while also helping, grow their channels as well. So it's fun to have people on.
Preston said, "Shut up, gotta bring gender into this." I mean, like, okay, fine, I won't.
I mean, look, I respect the female traders. I really do. You get like humbled trader who's really good trader, and like, but like you can't. People can't pretend that being a female didn't benefit them in the trading space. It certainly did. It's just objectively speaking, it's just obvious.
Yeah. There's a niche.
Yeah, and hey,
there you go.
you can't get mad. It is what it is. Listen, if I would do it too. I would exploit whatever I can to grow, and that's what you got to do if you're doing anything.
Yeah, and it's not like I can do. I mean, like, much to change that. So.
Right. Yeah,
but
for sure.
We're not going to. So.
Well, no, we need more female traders. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at KERN, rip it up big.
I don't want to be known as like a female trader. I'm not like, I'm a female trader. Like I'm a freaking trader.
Right, exactly. And that's all that should really matter. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. It doesn't matter,
Yeah,
who you are, or anything like about that. It's just about if you know your stuff and you got value to give, you should grow.
Exactly. All right, what's moving? The NGO's still moving.
Is it still? Did BNGO end up ripping up?
Yeah.
Oh
still.
Man. FOMO alert. For this one. I'm not too upset with it. I got out. I can't remember where I got out. I think I got out at like 30. So like we're only really like 9 cents higher.
There you go. So I'm still in this TATT trade that accidentally like shouldn't have gotten filled. I've just been watching it and I'm $8 negative.
On TATT?
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know if I really like. I probably not going to call TD Ameritrade and be like, hey, can you like refund me this because this is not supposed to be filled.
Where's my $8?
Yeah, where's my $8? I need my Chipotle today.
Right. Where's Eric at? He'd call him.
Yeah, right. I know.
But yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I think the same thing happened with me on KERN, and I'm just gonna accept the loss. It's not. Honestly, it would take so long to sit on the phone with them. It's just not. I'm not looking forward to that.
Not worth it.
Right, for sure. We got TRXC showing up. That one might break over here. We got SPI pulling back. I would dip by SPI, but the volume's just like. This is Caitlin James. Time to change your outfit. Oh, y'all talking to me. Oh, I see. My earnings today went to supporting this channel. Hey, thank you, Mr. Noob. I appreciate the love, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, sorry.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and if I cut you off, just yell at me. Oh, I didn't even see Mr. Noob, man. My bad. Thank you for becoming a member, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Noob. Appreciate the love. But yeah, like I said, I'm used to kind of running this by myself, and so if I cut you off, just yell at me, just say hey, and it, because like I might accidentally cut everybody off sometimes, just because I'm used to, I'm used to being by myself. So
yeah, I'll scream.
Yeah, just yell at me. It's okay. I'll accept it. But yeah, GHSI still hasn't broken out of this range. And so if we start to break over 85 and then hold it as support, I might want to take a small position on GHSI. And there's also just not much else that I see right now. ORTX. Oh, I forgot to mention this one. ORTX is ripping up big, actually. And the volume's good, too.
Oh, yeah. Huh. What is ORTX? Do we know?
Hey, that's right, noob. He said, congrats, you made your money back with the tat. Yep.
Right? Yeah, it's moving up.
Yeah.
We're holding it, so...
Yeah. And if it gets volume, this one's got a very small float. Sorry if I cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. We're talking about the same thing. What's the float on tat?
I think it's like 3.5 million.
Oh, yeah.
So it's small.
Yeah, it's definitely pushing up, so that's good.
If it gets over 8, I think it might, I think volume's going to come in big if it gets over 8.
Yeah. That'd be like the most perfect mistake, right?
Yeah, it's happened to me before where I've accidentally made money,
Yeah. Those are the best.
Oh, KERN, guys. KERN is ripping up big, about to break highs. I don't know what the float is for KERN. Let me look it up real quick. Float is 13 million. Yeah, 13 million, 13.5 million. So KERN, small float, breaking over 460 high. Now, this is what I'm looking at for it. If it, okay, I was just about to say, I'm looking for it to pull back to 450 and hold. And there's 450. It's kind of looking weak, but I'm still kind of interested in it. Let me see what 50 shares probably is reasonable.
Yeah, the volume could just drop off, but it could go either way.
Yeah, so I'm in 50 shares just now. Just jumped in. Pretty small. Not a crazy big trade. But I think we got enough support underneath us to justify the move. And yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a squeeze. See if it holds 450s. There's the dump. It's right back up, so it's not too bad. Alright, I like the wick. Hopefully the wick holds now. Watch the level 2, see if the orders are going to build up. I don't see any orders coming in yet, unfortunately, but there we go.
Wait, okay. This is going to sound really bad of me. Is football season still here?
Yes. So NFL is still going. The playoffs are about to start. And then the Super Bowl will be like later, early February. Probably.
Austin said something about the Saints.
Oh yeah, the Saints are in there.
Huh.
All right, so I just got out of half of the position. Sold 25 shares. I was already down on the day too, so it might look like I've made a very small amount, but I was actually down on the day already here, and so I'm trying to hold on to this to see if we we rip up some more. I'm only holding 25 shares left, but I want to see if we hold here, and so I'm holding the small share size, and I don't mind if it turns around on me a little bit. Trying to let it test to see if it continues. But yeah, so here, let me check Austin. My bad. Let me see your comment. Hold on one second.
No, he said the Saints game won't be streamed on Nickelodeon.
Honestly, I'm in Texas, so it's so hard to watch the Saints. It's so difficult. Yeah. They're always playing the Texans here, which is why a recent stock was Fubo, and like that's actually who I have to watch sports is Fubo.
Do you like it?
Man, KERN just ripped down. I mean, I got out close to break even on that trade. I probably should have just exited, but this is a big trader unloading a position here. So it is what it is. But man,
yeah.
Wait, the Saints game is going to be broadcasted on Nickelodeon. You're joking, right? You serious? Hey, bro, I used to love Nickelodeon as a kid.
Yeah, I was like, is there gonna be green slime?
Right. Hey, yeah, exactly. Keenan and Kel, you know, all that. The real OGs, I don't know if anybody's going to even know this show, but my favorite show on Nickelodeon was actually a show called My Brother and Me. It was an old show on Nickelodeon in the 90s. And then you had Keenan and Kel, you had all that. You had Pete and Pete, you know.
Mm-hmm.
These are old shows.
There's the Nickelodeon versus Disney versus Cartoon Network.
Right. Yeah, Disney, I never got into Disney too much, but I was into Nickelodeon for sure. I went to Universal Studios and I loved it too. As a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Look at SPI starting to rip up. SPI's moving up. It might break highs here. KERN. Luckily, I was able to get out break even, but I'm still kind of mad about it. I don't know. Volume might come in here. If it gets back over 450, we might take it some more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember Salute Your Shorts.
It was like throwback into that.
Rocco was good too, yeah. SPI is the only one that really looks good. It looks like GHSI broke out of that range. I think I missed it. I think I'm down on the day. I don't know if I'm green or red. Let me see. I'm green. All right, so I'm green $1.30.
Hey Arnold. Yeah, I loved him.
Oh yeah, that was good too. Football head. All right, so here's GHSI. It's trying to break over these highs. The only reason I like it is because it might hit $1 if it does.
It has a pre-market high of 93 cents, so we'll see. We'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying some. I don't really buy breakouts too much, but if I get a cheap enough entry here, yeah, I'm gonna jump in 100 shares. Just because I think the volume's coming in on the level 2. But I don't usually buy breakouts, and we'll see if it, was a good or bad move. I don't mind jumping in early here, just in case it does end up breaking this and then testing the $1 level. All right, so there's 93. There's the break.
I mean, it looks good. It has a ton of volume, so
right.
I have confidence in it.
Right. Yeah, it's looking solid right now. We'll see if it holds. Like, another thing is, like, I'd love a new candle to open up, and we still got 30 seconds. So that's really the thing, because it's like, if a new candle opens up, it looks stronger, if that makes sense. And so I would love for a new candle to open up in this one. But I think
Cartoon Network, right?
Rugrats?
Yeah, I love how you're talking trading, and I'm like, cartoon.
No, you're good. Rugrats was actually Nickelodeon. I love the Rugrats.
Okay.
All right, so there's a squeeze up, 94s. Let's get 95s here. There's 95s. Wow. All right, we got out of half. We're still holding half of the position. And we'll let this test to see if it breaks $1. There's 97s. Looking good. Maybe I should be buying breakouts more. There's 98s. Like I said, I want to see if it breaks $1. That's the big thing. Because if it breaks $1, it might rip up big. We're going to get out here. All right, so small little win. We'll take it. We're just grinding up some profit on the day. Remember, guys, I talked about it, though, and I talked about this a lot. This 85 to 75 range. Look at when it actually broke over that 85 range. It looked really good. Yeah, I remember All Real Monsters. I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark, too. I try to get my kids into Rugrats, and they're just not having it,
Yeah.
Alright, so GHSI, guys. GHSI still ripping up. It looks like I might have sold a little bit prematurely here, but it's still pushing up, and, it was a small position anyway. The other one I'm looking at is SPI. She's got a huge range. Yeah, they were like, "What's this geezer on YouTube, man? Look at this old guy." Yeah, I know. I looked young until I started talking about OG television. Yeah. Look at Check, CHEK. Big runner from yesterday, starting to break highs here, pushing over the previous high of the day at about 183. That one's making moves. ORTX, guys. ORTX. I talked about this one earlier. ORTX is still ripping up. It's over 7s now for ORTX. Strong move here, too. Yeah, I remember Doug.
Mm-hmm. I'm still watching Check.
Yeah, so I'm looking at ORTX now. Let me see Check. So yeah, I don't hate this pullback, to be honest. We'll buy 50 shares. Keep it small. And try to add to it maybe if we get something that looks good. See if it holds here.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're falling down a little bit. I don't mind letting it hold here. I think I'm going to let 179 right there be my risk. And then 190. We'll take some off if it hits that. Alright, so we're close to getting stopped out here.
What drawing tool is it to make the level, Sam said? So you go into, what is it? How do you draw something?
So I just ended up getting out of here on SHAK. So you go to draw, you go to the
file.
Yeah. So to you go to the active tool section right here, and then for the lines, I just do the price level. So I just click that one. And like, I don't hate some of these. I'm still watching like SPI here. Like SPI doesn't look that bad, but I really wanted to get more volume to come in there, and so we'll see if it actually does or not. But I want some more volume to come in for SPI.
Music going?
Yeah, music's still be going. I can't really hear it just because of the speakers, but I think we should be, music should be good.
Yeah, I hear it.
GHSI, is it still pushing up? Yeah, it is. So it did reject, so it looks like I got out okay the first time. I don't hate the little pullback there either. AIKI dumping down. SNDL is kind of starting to reverse. And one thing I didn't really look at today, man, there's GHSI trying to get over $1 here. See, if I take this, I want to scalp it quick. Nope, missed it.
Yeah, so somebody in the chat was asking why there are breaks in the stock price for ISR. It's because it was halted for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's a halt, and what happens with a halt, there's a few different reasons for halted stocks. Here's ISR. And there's a few different reasons. One of them, the first one is just sometimes the market makers need to slow down trading, and so they'll halt the trading on it, which is what a halt really is them stopping trading on a specific symbol for usually it's 5 to 10 to 15 minutes maybe. And so they slow that trading down, they halt the trading so they can catch back up with the orders that they're doing. Most of the time, that's what most halts are from. But there's also like news releases. Sometimes they'll get the halt. Sometimes the company will halt the stock's movement to drop some type of catalyst just to keep selling, like in nervous selling away from it, basically.
Right.
Which one is halted? Oh, you're just answering the question. Is SNDL a buy? I don't know, man. SNDL is cannabis, and so I think long term the cannabis sector will be okay. It's just about whether you think it's going to be strong short term, you know. And I don't know if it's going to. Obviously, you never really know if it's going to end up holding or what it's going to do long term either. But in my opinion, I like cannabis long term.
Right, I agree.
Look at GHSI broke over $1.
Did it?
Yep. So we're over $1 now.
Told ya. I told him.
See if it holds. I'm not sure if I want to trade it yet. It's too up there. The VWAP would need to follow it back up and do some stuff first.
Well, overextended, yeah. But it made the moves.
Right.
I love how I'm just still in tat. Like I never like hold stocks this long. And I'm just chilling in tat.
Honestly, tat doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's sideways technically, but it's holding and it's moving up and it's still trying to break 8. So like, it's not too bad for me. Like I don't hate it.
You say as it dips.
Oh man, yeah. Bad timing on that quote, huh?
Right.
For me. But it's the lowest float stock that I've seen today, and so with that, we're gonna get some crazy moves like this, and that's why like it needs to break 8 for me to really want to buy it, but we'll see if it ever does or not, you know.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I mean, I'm still trying to catch some big movers here, but NCTY, maybe look at NCTY, guys. I mean, NCTY looks actually really strong, and this is a small float stock from the other day. Let me see how much equity I have. Got enough. BNGO actually held really nice too. So look at Bingo here. I think I made some money on this one today. Yeah. So Bingo is actually holding really nicely at like 520. It's holding at least. Strength coming in for Bingo. Like 100 shares maybe.
I think I'm gonna get into Bingo a little bit.
Yeah, I might. Alright, so I took a loss on SPI. I tried to give it some time, but SPI just sat there too long. Maybe it'll rip up now, but the volume's just too low for me. Now, Bingo, on the other hand, I'm going to dip by it here. And so I'm in with 100 shares on the pullback. I tried to get in at the pullback on 525, and we just didn't quite get the move I wanted, but we're going to sell half here just to protect it and hold this 50 shares to see if we break this 540 level. Chopping back and forth though.
What happened to AIPI? AIPI just dumped instead.
Yeah. Yeah, under that 135 level, I just don't like it for AIKI.
Mm-hmm.
ACB, I think. I mean, some of these are starting to fight its way back. GHSI looks like it's still holding, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to be cautious for bingo here, but yeah, maybe I should have sold already. I don't know, maybe a pullback to 525 is still okay. It's just stalling up here too much, that's the problem.
Right.
Look at INM, guys, INM. And wow, look at GHSI, big drop. INM starting to show up on the scans, though.
NMs look too similar.
Yeah, the volume's a little low.
Stupidest thing ever.
Let's see. I'm still waiting on some. I don't see much. Today's certainly a slower day than the last few. All right, we're watching 31s, 32s. I'm still in B and GO here, but all right. So there goes I and M. Volume's getting up there, but I need more than this, though, to be honest. All right, there's 31s. What do you guys see, chat? Let me catch back up with the chat. It's been a while since I've seen you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Daniel? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? What'd I miss in chat? Oh, man. Hold on. ORTX. I was watching ORTX. Problem is, it just slowed down a little bit, but it doesn't look bad at this point in time. Alright, we're going to take our swing here and get in with 100 shares of B and GO.
Yeah, GHSI could be a good pullback move. Pull back to the 94 cents level.
There's 530s. So I'm in with 100 shares of B and GO. We're going to see if it gets up to like... it touched it for a second. I don't like the rejection. 29s. 28s. We're about break even here. But I'm burning through equity getting in and out of bingo like this. And so we'll keep it pretty easy and not push too hard for it.
There's so many names to the patterns.
Oh yeah. Well, you'll see a lot of like gurus name very common patterns for themselves, right? So it'll be like just a dip buy, you know, and they'll call it something else, you know, trying to take credit for a lot of it. I see a lot of people do that. Like they'll give it some crazy name just so people will think they invented the strategies when most of the time the strategies have been around for a long time.
Yeah. Well, Preston asked, is ISR head and shoulders?
Oh.
So
Let me see.
I looked up what head and shoulders is, and it's literally a head and shoulders.
Right.
I mean, it's a head and shoulder. It's if you like angle your head a little bit to the right.
Right. Yeah, a head and shoulders just means there's a high, and then there's a higher high, and then there's another high right around where the first high was. So
And
it's
then
like,
a couple of those in between.
right. Yeah, so it's like, you know, kind of looks like a head and shoulders shadow, I guess. You know.
Right. Eric, damn, call me out. No, I like the bungee pullback.
No. Yeah, no. Your strategy is actually pretty unique. Actually, it's not. You're not.
Yeah, we're not talking about you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you because the bungee pullback is actually a pretty unique strategy. The way you approach it is completely different than from what I've seen most other traders use.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'm certainly not talking about you. I'm talking about, like, they'll just be like a generic triangle or like a generic dip buy, and like they'll name it some crazy name, you know. And then when somebody else uses it, they'll be like, "Oh, you're using such and such pattern," and it's like, "Oh, you mean the pattern that we've all been using for years?" You know?
It's funny.
Jivo. All right, let me check it out. Yeah, Jivo just broke. I'm getting a little bit stubborn here with BNGO, to be honest. Like, I'm letting 520s be my risk, but I'm getting kind of stubborn with it. I can tell I'm getting stubborn with it.
Yeah.
I probably should have exited already, but I'm getting a little stubborn. I'm down on the day now. Yeah, I'm down like $7, which is fine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We got enough equity to fight our way back if we want to, but...
All right.
Hey, there we go. Look. Oh, man. I was like, man, things are going for me, and then it just rejects. All right, so we'll try it again. We got a wall at 7. Let's see if it breaks. Hits 7. There's 7s, 27s, 28s. Broke the wall.
There you go.
Yeah, hey, we're looking good now. We're going to get out half here just to protect the trade. Still holding 50 shares. Looks like my stubbornness was good.
Doing something.
Yeah. Alright, there's 33s, 34s. We're going to get out another half here. And we're going to let this last 25 shares really work. See if we break highs and do well. There's 29s. There we go. There's 40s. There's the test again. Keeps trying.
TATT broke 8.
I'm out of here. So we made some money here. It just took a little bit too long. I don't know if I'm going to attack it again for BNGO. We might. It just uses so much equity per trade just because it's a, you know, $5 stock.
And it's sort of sideways now. Like the past hour.
Right. Yeah, until it really breaks 540, it is neutral, I think, too. A lot of people talking about Riot and MARA because of Bitcoin. Yeah, MARA and Riot are moving. The problem with these now, they're so expensive. I would rather look at like NXTD, and it's not doing too much. But I need like a cheaper Bitcoin stock if I'm going to sympathy trade those.
How do we feel about Bitcoin? Where do you think it'll go? I'm excited about it.
Yeah, so it's tough for me. I like Bitcoin, and I hope it succeeds. And I'll be honest, I've been wrong in the past about it. Like, we're higher than I ever thought it would get, you know, right now at 3,000 or at 30,000 or at like 35K. I do think that people are very biased in Bitcoin's favor just because they need it to succeed, because they're holding it or they have their business based around it. And so, do I think it's ever going to hit 150,000 a coin? No, but full transparency, I was very wrong about what it did before, which is why like I don't trade it much. But yeah, that's just my own take on it. I could very easily be wrong, and it might, because like I said, I was wrong about it before. But who knows?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I love the like security and the concept of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I do think it's pretty similar, or I think it will be pretty similar to gold in the future, but it doesn't have that like backing to it, you know?
Right.
So that's why it's kind of...
Well, one of the things that has made me change my opinion on it, I think, lately to being more bullish on it, is that some of the big banks are backing Bitcoin now. And so I think just them backing it, you know, the big firms and the big banks, I think that will help it succeed. Obviously, I think one of them threw a price target of like 130, 140K a coin. And so some of them are optimistic on it now, mostly because they're holding it now as well. Like the big banks and the big firms are now holding Bitcoin, you know, as an asset as well at this point in time. And so with that, you know, that's going to improve it and benefit it for sure, I think, too.
Yeah, it's very interesting to watch it.
It is, and to be honest, I don't know that much about it, but it's. I'll tell you this: I definitely have some FOMO for not buying Bitcoin a few years ago.
Yeah, it's really like it's hard. Well, it's not hard to understand. It's just very like foreign to understand to a lot of people, you know. So when you do put the research in, it's pretty easy. to understand. But yeah, it's unknown to a lot of people. But
Exactly.
very interesting. So Riot and Maran are up today.
Yeah, and usually I look at NXTD, and like NXTD is not really a Bitcoin stock, but it does use Bitcoin as its technology, a blockchain as its technology, and so, but it's not really moving like MARA and Riot are today. And those are just so expensive. If I take a trade on those, I'm going to be using most of my equity, so I'm not really trying to do that. NCTY is another one that I think looks really good, and I think I do these really well where I play off of short-term movement here, but it's too expensive for me as well. ONTX is kind of pulling a red to green move. ONTX, and so that one doesn't look bad. ORTX. What's Bitcoin at now? Let's see. Bitcoin's at 35,250, so not too, pretty strong, honestly.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. Look at CBAT, guys. CBAT. Crazy rip here. Look at this. So this one might be one that I trade if we get a good pullback, because this one's got some volume coming in. Yeah, guys, look at CBAT, team. Shout out to Benzinga.
That looks great.
All right. Strong, a lot of volume.
I kind of want to buy into it. I don't know. It might be overextended, but part of me wants to.
I'm gonna think about a pullback to like 560 where the VWAP is. So if it pulls back there, I might consider like a very, very small trade. Let me see what the float is.
Okay. It might no. Is it small float? It looks like a small float.
It's moving like a small float, but it could just have a big strong catalyst. It's kind of medium. It's small. It's 20 million in the float, but not micro.
Okay.
And CTY is pulling back some as well.
I don't know. CBAT didn't have, like, it doesn't have that momentum as it did the past 3 candles.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Preston says, so for Benzinga, did you need to set up your own criteria, or are those the default mover scanners, and how many charts do you use daily for analyzing? I look at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 charts. So I use 12 charts. I've got 4 monitors. I've got 2 vertical 34 inches in front of me, and that's why you see me looking up, because they're vertical, they're going up. And then I've got 2 27 inches on each side of me. Y'all are looking at a 27-inch monitor that I'm using right here. This is 27-inch.
Big monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving it, man. It's kind of, I'm like I'm like full Pokemon evolved over here. Yeah. But yeah, with Benzinga, these are the default mover scanners. So these are the mover scanners, and the only thing I change is I just look specifically at like the gainers, but I can look at 5-minute, 15-minute, whatever. I usually look at the session just because those are the real big movers, and then I look at the 5-minute ones here. But yeah, there's CBAT. Ah, man. I wanted to pull back to like 560. We got 566. Just not enough for me.
Yeah.
SNDL is also kind of slowly fighting its way back, and BNGO is still looking very, very strong, holding its gains for the most part. OGEN. Yeah, I was looking at this one earlier. It's a little bit cheap for me. I need to pull back to 60 cents if I'm going to buy it. With all that said, though, guys, if y'all want to trade futures, I haven't traded futures today yet, but if you want to try to trade the futures program that I'm using, it's a funded account program for futures. And the way it works is they fund traders. They're regulated in the U.S. It's called Top Step. They fund traders anywhere between 30K up to over 100K if they prove they're profitable with them. The futures market has no PDT rule. It's open almost 24/7, and Top Step has paid out to their profitable traders in withdrawals over $2 million last year in 2020. So the way it works is it's subscription based. The base package is $150. It's only $120 for the first month if you use my link and get 20% off. And I'll post that link here. But basically, they're going to give you a demo account. The base one is $30K, and they're going to give you a $30K demo account. And if you can make $2,000 on that $30K demo account while following the rest of their rules, they fund you that $30,000 as professional proprietary futures traders with an 80% profit split. And so if you make $1,000 on that funded account, once you're funded, you get to keep 800 of that. They get to keep 200. And again, they're regulated in the U.S. and they've paid out millions last year to their profitable traders and withdrawal fees. Again, the futures market is kind of like heaven for experienced traders. I usually trade the E-mini, which moves with the SPY. And so look at all this momentum today. I'm missing out today, really, because you can see this thing moving up and ripping up big. And there's a lot of momentum to attack here, again, with no PDT rules. So if you want to check it out, here's the link. I'll pin it to the top of the page, and you can check it out. But yeah, sign up, help support your boy here. I am going to be biased in their favor, though, because I do post referral links for them and make a commission if you sign up. And so I try to be honest and transparent about that. But I really like their platform, and if you want to help support me and get around the PDT rule, I think it's a good way for traders that might not have that much capital, but they know they're good traders and they want to try to get funded. I think it's a good path for that. So yeah.
Yo, Carlo has been mentioning eyes. Let's check out eyes.
Eyes?
I've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah, I've traded it a few times. It's down today, though. It's too down for me.
Oh, that looks horrible. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither. It's just too down. It's too extended. I mean, it might bounce, but I'm not much of a reversals trader. Like, I don't like trading reversals like that. I'm more so trying to attack momentum, and so I don't trade a stock in the long side unless it's above the VWAP. And so if it's not above the VWAP, I'm not going to trade it long.
Right, and the volume is really low. It's below 100,000 on each candle. So I don't know. It doesn't look great, but to each their own.
Yeah, everybody's different. Somebody's asking for Caitlin's channel. Hey, what's up, Bryce? Hey, Bryce, I sent you the ebook, brother. So let me know if you got it. I sent it to you last night. Yeah, here's Caitlin's channel. It's called The Money HUD. And she teaches business, investing, stocks, good stuff like that.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, y'all go sub to her channel. We'll consider it a favor if you do. There's the link. Oh, she's on it. Here, I might delete yours just because I put... yeah. No, I'll leave both of them. Or here, I'll just delete this one. But yeah, y'all go sub.
For sure.
Hey, nice.
Why did I jump on good news? So I found that with penny stocks, a lot of times news doesn't really affect the catalyst of the penny stock. But I don't know. Let's see. Announced agreement to merge an all stock transaction.
For CBAT?
For eyes.
Oh.
The one
yeah, something bad happened. Okay, so yeah, this is just a merger. So it's not really that bad. It's not a terrible catalyst. It's just a merger. And so they probably agreed to buy it at the current price where it's at. But let's see. But yeah, it's just a merger.
Mm-hmm.
So a merger, acquisitions, they're going to influence it some. But, you know, it might rebound. It just depends on how people feel about the merger. Mm-hmm. CBAT, we should have dip bought that, Caitlin, because now that thing is ripping up big.
That looks amazing. Why did we miss that?
I talked myself out of it. I said I wanted to pull back down to 560. And it got down to 566, but just not strong enough for me. Here's a pullback to 6, and I think we might get a quick pullback and a bounce. So I'm going to take like 20. I'm going to take 40 shares. I'm trying to think. And I missed it. All right, let's see if we get it again. And I missed it again. I'm looking at the spread though.
I think it was AIKI where I just missed it. I kept missing it.
Yeah. I'm in with 40 shares here on CBAT.
Mm-hmm.
If it dips down to 6 again, I might buy it and then just risk off of 6. There's the 6. All right, I think I caught it that time. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Worst case scenario going on here. All right. We're about break even. Hey, we're rebounding. Man, this is
I bought a little bit of it. I'm in. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Right there. We're right there. Break it. There we go. All right. We're going to take half off there. We got out half. We're holding 40 shares left. We're going to get out another half just to protect it, and we'll let the last 20 shares rip. Hey, that $6 bounce was on point, though, guys. That $6 bounce was on point. There's the break of 620. There it is. We're gonna sell into that strength and take our little gain. But hey, listen, I talked about a pullback to $6, and look at that pullback. We got down to $5.98. I'll take it. You still in?
Good. No, I just sold out.
Okay, nice.
It started as like a red day, but we're slowly creeping back up.
Right. Yeah, that's what, a lot of the time that'll happen, and I realize, like, that's why I scalp, is because I'll trade, as long as I have enough day trades, like, I can usually find a few things that'll make me enough money to end green, and that's kind of the name of the game. Like, today is a good example. Like, I'm up, like, $5, and here's my P&L sheet, but it's still green, and I'll take it, you know?
Right.
So here's my P&L, guys. I'm up $4.50, so, hey. Green is green. I'll take it. A little bit lack of discipline today, I think, with some of the trades I got into. But a lot of you guys are saying y'all made money on CBAT. So, hey, nice work, team.
TATT is just not.
You still in there?
Yeah. So I sold out 10 shares, and I'm still in 5. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
At least it's small. It's small. Don't look at CBAT though. Our day will be ruined, you know.
Or TAT. Don't look at TAT right now.
Oh, I see TAT.
No.
But CBAT, we missed out on some. But it's all right. I'm a scalper, and you know.
Yeah.
If I'm green, I'm green.
Yeah, green is green.
What's up, Tiny? I'm off to work. Hey, have a good day, Tiny. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Phew, man, CBAT. Huge squeeze.
Still running.
Yeah. So, hey, I heard a lot of people say they made some money on it. So, good job, guys. Good job. Glad we could bring this to your attention today.
Yeah.
Look at UAMY as well. It's a really cheap one, but it just broke over the VWAP and over the previous close and still ripping. Bingo has honestly been low-key really strong today, too.
Has really high volume.
Yeah.
Is it increasing? No, it's kind of steady.
I think Bingo has a big float. I can't remember. Let me check. I think it's big. Let me check it. Yeah, it's 153 million in the float with Bingo. So, but it's moving nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on. We are green almost for 5 weeks in a row now. That guy, I showed my graph earlier for TD Ameritrade over the last few weeks. Let me see if I can find it again.
Yeah, you should not say that, yeah, sir. Just saying. Thanks for hiding that well, Austin.
I don't even want to hear it, you know. What did he say? I'm assuming he said something bad, so.
Just something about my voice.
Oh.
It wasn't bad. It was just not appropriate.
Yeah. Welcome to YouTube, you know.
Yeah, welcome to the internet.
But no, this is my graph over the last few weeks here, and I'm loving it. Look at this. Let me try to.
Yeah. Are you still green on the what weeks?
I am. It's been like a 4.5 week green streak. Which is the craziest green streak I've ever had in penny stocks.
Yeah.
But this is my graph. And I would show you guys the full graph, but I have added money and taken money out of this account. I'm not doing that. Like, this is obviously not that. And the reason I'm being honest with you guys about that is because I have, you know. But the green streak is independent of that. But just because I have so much money in this account, I kind of treat it like a bank account, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
And TD Ameritrade, I can get money in and out of it within like a day or two, usually. So.
All right.
So I'm still looking at GHSI. CBAT, whoa, man, this thing hit 7. Crazy,
really?
Crazy.
I don't know whether it'd pop up Bingo or CBAT. I mean, I could definitely pull up another graph, and that could solve all my issues, but...
I think CBAT's probably... CBAT has the more momentum right now, for sure. Bingo has the steadier trend.
Yeah, it's more consistent.
Right. Now we'll pull back to 650 right here. Might be interesting. I don't know if I want to do it, but we might consider it. Let me see what I need. It's just such a huge range right now, and I understand, like, sure, this might work sometimes, but sometimes a percentage of the time I'm just going to get a huge squeeze down, and I might not even get the opportunity. I was looking at 650. We got down to 660, so. I'm in X game mode. Yeah. I'm using Thinkorswim. I don't really have a review of Thinkorswim. I mean, it's TD Ameritrade. It's one of the largest trading platforms in the world.
I think you do. Don't you say, like, they bought it from coders and, like, they didn't really get a hang of it, and now they lag. And, I don't know.
Yeah. So with TD Ameritrade, so the story behind Thinkorswim is that Thinkorswim was bought by TD Ameritrade from a guy named Tom Sosnoff, is his name. He runs Tasty Trade, but he's the guy that created Thinkorswim, the platform. TD Ameritrade, I don't know how long ago it was, but a few years back, a while back, it was a while back. Somewhere in the last 15 years, I think, he purchased Thinkorswim, or they purchased Thinkorswim from Tom Sosnoff. I think it was for like $400 million. But the point is that it wasn't their platform. And so with coding, the reason I think we have some lag like this is just because it's not their platform. They're not the creators of the platform themselves. You know, they don't have the engineers that created it themselves at their disposal to help solve some of these problems. That's my pure speculative opinion on it, though. Or that's me just purely speculating. I mean, but it's possible that's why.
Yeah, and just like with the legs that they have, I mean, it is probably one of the best free.
Back? Yeah, we're back.
Are you back?
Yeah, we're back. I don't know. OBS acts weird every now and then, but we're back. We just disconnected for like a second or two.
Okay,
you guys can hear me, right? Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Thinkorswim for the most part.
Yeah, it's my favorite platform. Even with the problems, it's just what I learned on. So like when you consider paper trading on demand, you know, the on demand tool is just very useful, especially if you're trying to learn trading. Just a lot of stuff. It's just a good platform.
I've never used that. Can you explain that to me a little bit? I've never.
Sure. If you've never used it, you really want to. So Thinkorswim On Demand allows you to go back in time and paper trade any market day over the last 10 years, as long as the stock's been around. And so say I wanted to go back and trade Tesla on IPO day. I could go back in time, select the date, select the time, and start that market day on demand, like whenever I want. And then paper trade and practice that day, you know, if I wanted to get better. Or I could go back in time and just paper trade the market open on any day I want. So say I wanted to go back to last year, this very day, and paper trade the open last year, then I could go back, I could select January 6th, 2020. I could go back in time, select 9:30, press play, and then I could literally just paper trade that market day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's pretty unique, yeah, to Thinkorswim.
Yeah, I've seen it implemented on new platforms, but I think Thinkorswim was one of the first to do it. And yeah, it's called On Demand. It's really good for like weekend trading, right? You can practice on the weekend. When I first got started and learned to day trade, I would look on Twitter to see old watch lists and penny stocks from people from, you know, a year ago or whatever it was. So I could build my own watch list and then paper trade on the weekends and practice. And it's really good for that. And it makes a lot of sense, especially if you're new, to like learn how to trade that way and practice on the weekends.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Maybe I'll have to try it soon.
I mean, for me, it's not laggy. I realized like on my last computer, Russell, it was laggy. But lately, once I upgraded my computer, it was just my RAM. Thinkorswim in general takes a lot of RAM and a lot of memory from your computer. But if you got the RAM and the memory and the computer power, it shouldn't lag much. It stopped lagging for me once I upgraded. Look at STAF. STAF, guys, is ripping. It's at 82 cents. mRNA vaccine was approved. Oh, man.
Yeah, the EU approved Moderna.
Yeah, it was mRNA for the vaccine. I don't see too much momentum coming in. When did this happen, guys?
This morning.
Uh,
I woke up getting a notification, so.
yeah. So it came with 16, but I have 32 now. I upgraded my RAM in this one, so it's 32 gigs. I'm a computer nerd, and so, you know, even if I don't need it, I'm still gonna have it, you know.
Did you get the new computer and give the one to your daughter or kids?
I did. So I bought a Alienware R11 gaming computer, which I figured it's gonna be good for trading, and it has.
Yeah.
And then I upgraded the RAM, and I gave my daughter my old one, and she loves it. She's been playing.
Yeah, I haven't heard any more rocket ship.
Yeah, it still kind of does it sometimes. The only time this one still does that is if I have like everything up, and I've got like 20 tabs open right now. 12 charts on Thinkorswim, Benzinga up. OBS. Like I got a lot of stuff running, and it handles it like a champ for the most part.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. That was like my Christmas present.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And it was time, especially with like editing. Like the stream is not too hard on a computer, but like what is really hard on computers is editing. Editing and uploading and file sizes, that takes a lot of energy from your computer. So it's certainly better with that as well.
Yeah.
Hey, look at CBAT.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have Micro Center?
No. What's that?
Micro Center? It's a store. It's like a heaven for gaming and computers, and it's just great. It's a great store. You should check it out if you have it.
It's a brick and mortar store. Or do you use it online, or do you go to the physical location?
I mean, I go to physical location.
Right. Yeah, brick and mortar just means it's physical. Like it's got a physical location. So like GameStop brick and mortar is, I think they're gonna end. What's GameStop at anyway?
What's a brick and mortar store? We go into stores now? What?
Yeah, I don't know where the saying come from. I guess yeah, y'all, the chat probably knows why they're called brick and mortar stores. I remember what was the name? I remember the old school OG Circuit City. That was the OG. I always wanted to go there, but my parents would never bring me because it was so expensive.
Right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, we know it's a physical store, but why do they call it a brick and mortar store? I guess because it might have bricks. It has physical bricks. I don't know.
Like literally brick and mortar, like.
Right. I guess so. I guess that makes sense.
That sounds like way too technical, though. I feel like we're way more creative humans, right?
You're right. Yeah, it should be better. Better nickname. With all that said, though, I think for most industries, unless there's like a benefit to it, I think most brick and mortar stores, aside from like grocery stores, are going to be obsolete in 10 years. Mm-hmm. Look at AQMS. AQMS is ripping. I was still looking at CBAT for that pullback entry here, and here it is. Should I push a little bit too hard today? I think I shall. We're gonna try 50 shares here. All right, we're back in 50 shares of CBAT. See if we can hold 67s.
I prefer going to the wood and nail stores.
Yeah, hammer and nail.
For me. The plaster and drywall.
Yeah. All right, so I'm in CBAT. I'm slightly break even. I'm slightly green. Now I'm slightly red. So I'm basically break even. But I'm going to get my share size up. 550 is the risk. Or 650. See if we can catch this range real quick here. See if you hold 664s. Alright, there we go.
Is mortar like concrete? that what it is?
To be honest, I don't have any idea. I was thinking like mortar, like army. So, but I genuinely don't know what mortar is.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like the filling of the brick. So like when you put like tile down and then you put the paste down.
Oh, okay.
You put the paste down and then the tile down.
Now the name makes more sense to me now. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Something you like never really think about, right?
Right. All right, so I made a little bit from CBAT. So we made a little bit. We caught the bounce. I think I might have sold a little bit too soon, but hey, we'll take it. We're green on the day. We're slowly pushing, building up some more profit, taking small, calculated swings, and we're green again today. Sun W, guys. Look at Sun W.
Wow, that rip.
Yeah. So Sun W's making moves. Volume's coming in. Solar sock, obviously.
These tricky stocks just come at you like it's nothing, and then it's like, boom, it pops, right?
Yeah. I give the comment of the day to Mordor is Middle Earth, you know, or is in the Middle Earth. Dude, I've been trying to get my kids on Lord of the Rings for years now. My daughter is just disinterested in it. She just does not care, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to tell her, like, this is the best trilogy ever. Oh, sorry.
No, what about Harry Potter?
Harry Potter, she'll get into Harry Potter. Like, we've watched Harry Potters before.
Okay.
Because, like, that was I loved Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I was just a big nerd. And usually I can get her into my nerdy things with me, but, like, she's just not interested in Lord of the Rings. I try to tell her it's, like, the greatest trilogy ever, you know?
It's long. I've never personally seen it. I've seen, like, Harry Potter, and I loved Harry Potter.
Right.
But I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I should.
Oh, you've never seen it? Oh, man.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good. They're wholesome, but they're also just great stories.
Yeah, yeah. How many are there? Is it like a Harry Potter situation? Or there's like...
Well, originally there was 3, so it was a trilogy. Then now they've had a Hobbit movie came out, which is a prequel, and then they've had 2 Hobbit movies come out. So technically there's 5, and I think they also have like an Amazon series that's coming out.
Wow.
But the best one is really the trilogy, and so it's the Fellowship of the Ring, the 2 Towers, and then what's the last one, man? I can't remember.
So should I just start with the first one?
Yes, start with Fellowship of the Ring. That's the best one.
Okay, I will. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
And I'm going to be biased. Like, I went and saw them in theaters when they came out with my parents. My parents brought me to see it, but I think they're still good. They still hold up. It was kind of like what, before Game of Thrones, there was Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings are still better than Game of Thrones. And I think Game of Thrones got a lot of inspiration from the Lord of the Rings. Right. But they're good for sure.
Yeah, and I think Game of Thrones almost has like more of a touch of reality almost, which I think intrigues more people, which I think invites another group of people.
Right. I don't know. I think Game of Thrones is probably a little bit more realistic. Just because, I mean, it's just more real life. Like, in real life, there's violence and sex. And so, in Game of Thrones, yeah. Lord of the Rings is not really any of that. There's not really, any type of... I mean, there's violence, but there's nothing sexual related at all.
Right.
Which, I like Game of Thrones.
I'll have to go on a Lord of the Rings binge and let you know.
It'll be like, what, like 10 hours, guys?
Right. So I'll start right now, and maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Bro, somebody said you're going to lose your wife and your followers if you don't stop flirting. Dude, do y'all really think I'm flirting?
Wow.
Does our conversation come off as flirty whatsoever to you?
This is a conversation.
Right.
Like, what?
What are y'all talking about, guys?
Oh my God.
I do the same thing with Eric,
people.
Man.
People.
Y'all stop being weird,
I guarantee you it's just because I'm a woman. Like, it's,
For sure. 100%.
Wow, what a loser.
Yeah.
Who flirts with Lord of the Rings?
Right, yeah. Super flirty conversation. Caitlin's gonna love me now.
Yeah.
Like, y'all get out of here, man.
I love that.
Yeah. I charm her with my Lord of the Rings talk,
Oh, yeah, and the stocks. Ooh.
Yeah. Right. Ooh. Y'all get out of here, man.
I know, right? I don't know. I'm still in TATT. I'm still in it. I'm never going to get out of this stock.
Yeah. Don't be a bag holder. Don't be a bag holder. You know.
No.
I would look at. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say, like, if I'm holding this, I would look at, like, my line in the sand would be the low of pre-market, so like 625.
Yeah. I think my like mental stop loss is probably like 710.
Right.
But like as I say that, like it already got there, and like so I don't know. We'll see. I think
I can
after
see 710.
After this, like kind of, if it doesn't move up, after this dip, I'll get out.
Yeah.
But AQMS, what did that do? Did that like, oh, 375. I thought for some reason I thought it said like 735. Dyslexia there. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I just dropped off.
Are you in it?
No.
No. So yeah, my AQMS for me, there's just too low a volume. Like, and I talked about this the other day. One of the things that massively improved my trading is just by identifying the low volume stocks and avoiding them. Because I think 6 months ago, if I was trading, I might trade this dip by to like 265 or 260, you know. But I just think I started to get a lot more strict on myself with regards to like what type of volume I'll accept, and I need good volume. Like I need a stock like AIKI might not be a good example, like CBAT. You know, like I need like big rips like this, because these are the easiest to exploit for me is the good volume stocks. If it's got low volume, I just usually end up getting chopped out of it.
Right. And I think it's all about like that momentum too. The volume builds that momentum.
Right, exactly. And I traded some today that had low volume. I traded SPI, which was probably the lowest volume stock I traded today, and it was a losing trade, just because the volume was so light.
Yeah, SPI is like an OG day trading stock, in my opinion.
Yeah, SPI, yeah, after the craziness, this one had that crazy rip up to $46 back in September, and so it's been on my radar ever since, and it's had a few good rips since then, but you never forget those crazy runs, those parabolic moves.
Right, yeah, and I think that was when I was first starting to get into day trading, maybe.
Right.
So it really stuck out to me.
Yeah, we all have that story. For me, DRYS, dry ships. If you've been trading for a long time, you might remember DRYS, but that was my one story when I first got started trading that kind of opened my eyes to some of these crazy moves, because it went from like 2 to 100 back down to 2 in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Look at UONE, guys. UONE starting to get volume coming in. It's at about 40 to 50,000 shares traded per minute. And so UONE is starting to get volume. And this is another one that had crazy parabolic moves before. So we're watching it too. Yeah, BNGO flushed down to 520s.
Finally stopped momentum.
Well, sorry, what was that? I cut you off a little bit.
No, it just finally broke that momentum.
Yeah. And I don't mind a pullback to like 525 or so, but I don't know. I'm up today. It's been kind of a back and forth day today. Yesterday was a much easier day. And so I don't know if I should push, harder. I'm still probably going to trade, but I don't know if I should push harder today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this morning I think or swim kind of lagging out. It kind of didn't ruin the vibe, but definitely put a halt in it,
Right. Slowed it down a little bit for sure,
Yeah. There was a circuit breaker halt there with the vibe.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
See that it.
Yeah, Bingo's still pulling back. Like I said, here's 525s. We'll see if I'm right with it.
Yeah, CBAT could be pulling back and kind of pushing up again. We'll see. We'll watch it maybe in a few minutes.
Yeah, I talked about these earlier. A lot of the time I love when they like try to break under the VWAP and then they reclaim it and pull back to it. And so
For sure.
And then you could even use like this low down here. You can see the low at like 635 is like a risk level. So a lot of the times, like looking at BNGO, I used to just buy these pullbacks like this and it might actually work. But lately, especially like in pre-market, I've been preferring to wait for it to try to break under it and then reclaim it and then hold. Those are a little bit more high percentage, I think. CARV. And this one has run before. This is actually a bank. But CARV is ripping. Bingo might be bouncing at 625 or at 525, and it did. Bounced at 523. There's 540, so I should have bought that dip buy quick, but talked myself out of it. I'll be alright.
Yo, I say, stop spamming.
Whoa, yeah, here, I got it.
Okay.
There you go. Eric doesn't talk about hobbits. I mean, I think Eric's 20. I mean, Lord of the Rings was what, like 2001? And so the Lord of the Rings might have, might be a little bit older generation, I think, with it.
Yeah, I think Eric and I are probably like the same age. He's a couple of years younger than me, but it was like around my time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, probably.
Harry Potter was probably more up there.
Right. Yeah, and I loved Harry Potter too. I saw both of them in theaters, I think, as a kid. And I remember my parents brought me to see Lord of the Rings, and I was so mad about it. I hated it. I was like, I don't want to see this movie. And then I watched it, and I was like, damn, that's a good movie. As like a little 10-year-old kid, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
AMC is ripping, guys, and I really got to question whether this one, whether there's some type of, I guess the Moderna vaccine news might be positive sympathy for AMC since it's a movie theater stock. Let me look it up and see if there's a reason.
Yeah, I was looking at AMC yesterday when I was researching a video for an investing video, actually. And movie theater stocks, I don't know. I miss the movies.
I do too.
Have you really gone to a movie like in forever?
No.
Like I haven't been in a year at least.
Yeah, last movie I think I saw was The Secret Life of Pets 2 with my kids. I don't know when that was. That was the last movie I saw.
Oh gosh, I can't even remember
It's 2019. So yeah, it's been years.
but AMC I saw, I think their earnings per share was like -34. Let me check. I don't know. But they're not making money.
Yeah. Oh, they've got to be struggling. Like I know, and Mitch and I used to talk about this. There's an interesting dynamic with like COVID and movie theaters. The question really we got to ask ourselves is, do we think movie theaters will be back? And even if they are back, are they going to be fundamentally changed from this pandemic? Like that's really the question I'm thinking is, even if they get back in full swing, even if the economy recovers, are people still going to go to the movies? And I don't know. Right. I think they probably will. I would love to. I like the movies, but yeah, that's the question.
I think something that should have probably been like utilized more is drive-in theaters. I think like if like at the beginning of the pandemic, AMC kind of put a drive-in theater in their parking lot or something,
Right.
They would have been in a better situation, but
Right. I think I'd go. Like that would be like a good date night with like my wife. Like we would go to see because I'm damn sure not going to an actual movie theater right now.
Right. Yeah. And you're in the privacy of your own car. Like if you have kids, they don't have to be like loud or they don't have to be quiet. And I don't know, a different experience. Tribroot said enough people went. Okay. I mean, yeah. The drive-in got closed. That's what he said. Yeah. A lot of drive-in theaters are just not. But that was like pre-pandemic. So I wonder now.
For sure, I think people would certainly go now. I would go, because like especially like you said, kids don't have to stay super quiet. I mean, you don't have to worry about kids bugging you or having to do all these different things, and it would work.
Have a cute date night with your wife, like it'd be it
would be nice. I'd go. There's something endearing about being in the comfort of your own car while also watching like a new movie that came out. I'd go.
Yeah. And I think that's why the Christmas lights, the drive-through Christmas lights this year were like a big hit.
Right.
Um
Yeah, we went driving around looking at a few. Um,
yeah.
CBAT. Look at CBAT. CBAT's back up. Ah, man, I should have bought it. We should have done it, Caitlin. Man.
Is that the
Very
second
good.
time you said that today?
But no, look at it. It's at 680s now, and it still looks really strong.
Yeah.
Man, what was the float? Was it like 30 million, I think, with this one?
Yeah, like 20, 30 million.
Yeah, it was 20 million, actually. Yeah, you're right. And so small enough float to get some momentum coming in here, too.
Yeah.
Like I said, the question I got to ask is, do I want to continue to push this hard, and if I should just sit on my wins?
I mean, right now I don't have any wins, so I'm just gonna go into it. Okay, just kidding. I'm not.
No equity?
Apparently not. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go in a little smaller.
You might want to sell. I mean, let me see. Where's your...
There we go.
What was it? Oh, you're still in tat, right?
Still freaking chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, look at the spike. The spike's good. It got up to like 230s now.
something. Yeah.
It's better.
I don't know. This is hopeless.
Yeah, so I actually hear your thinkorswim sounds, which is really weird because I'm almost always hearing mine, and so I hear it and I'm like, oh no, did I accidentally enter a trade or something?
I know. I've tried to like mute myself when I get into trades so it doesn't like totally, because I do the same thing. Even when I'm watching your live streams, I'm like, oh shoot, did I just get into a trade or something?
Yeah, no, you're good. A lot of the time I'll mute mine just because I want to trade privately sometimes. You know what I mean? And like I don't want everybody being like, "What are you buying, John?" Like, "What do you know what I mean?" Like, because I've taken trades off stream and they've been like, "You're super sketchy taking trades off stream." It's like, what do you mean, bro? Like, we're a free resource and community. Like, I don't sell a course, I don't sell a service. Sometimes I want to trade off stream for sure. You know, it's certainly easier than having 1,000 people watch a trade. And so,
I love how the person behind the computer is calling you sketchy.
right, for sure. But it's just kind of like, look, man, you got a lot of people underestimate how difficult it is to trade in front of everybody.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure. And you get used to it after a while, but certainly I do want to trade off stream, you know.
Yeah, in the chat there is NMTR.
Yeah, I'm watching that one too. That one doesn't look bad. For me, it needs more volume, but it already has good volume, which makes me think the float is larger. Let me check.
Yeah, already. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And it's kind of just like over. It's not where I want it to be, basically.
Right. Yeah, and it's got 134 million in the float, so it is a large float stock, which, you know, and I hope you guys can see how you can kind of go through that logic. It's like, okay, well, the volume looks choppy, but the volume is like 1 million shares traded a minute. So, yeah, it's just big float, less volume relative to the float, but still looks strong. And I mean, pre-market highs might give us some support around like 150, so that's still something to watch, but I just don't know if I'm interested in it.
Right.
Let's see.
All right, I got out of CBAT, made profits there.
Nice. Yeah, usually, like, if you guys want to know really what my system entails, it's mostly just looking for pullbacks to confirmed levels, but also to the VWAP area. And so I trade the VWAP using a bunch of different ways. A lot of people have asked me today, like, what indicators do I use? I'm almost purely VWAP. Sometimes I will use moving averages as well, and I do use moving averages to take that crossover system and strategy that I use. But most of the time, if it's outside of the first 10 minutes into the opening bell, I'm almost always just trading the VWAP, and I'm playing, you know, pullbacks like this to the VWAP where you can dip by, scalp, you know, attack a range like this after the VWAP with like a VWAP bounce, you know, really just kind of attacking a range like that. And it works really well is if you can have, again, like the big key is just waiting for good volume stocks. If you could wait for good volume stocks and just do that, you'll be green. You should be green more than you're red. I can't guarantee it, obviously, but I have been at least.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, nice master.
I also use RSI sometimes. I find myself using that. Just I don't know. I can usually tell when it's overextended and when it's too much for me, but RSI is also just another indicator to volume and where it's at, and just the strength of the stock.
Right. See, in RSI, to be honest, it's one of those indicators where I've just never used it before. I don't really understand exactly the right way to use it, and so, yeah, it's just one of those indicators that I just never really used it. So, I see the line here for the RSI. So, when the stock moves above that line, does that mean it's extended, or does that mean that volume has come in?
Yeah, so when it's over 70, when it gets like red, it's usually overextended.
Gotcha.
So like volume, so like it will have moved really quickly in a short amount of time, not gain strength, basically. Or and then vice versa, if it's below 30, it can be like undersold, or
Oversold.
oversold, yeah.
Yeah,
Or yeah, you want to buy into it then.
Right.
So
So it's kind of extended on the downside if it's below 30, and if it's extended on the upside if it's above 70, basically, right?
right, yeah. It's something that I don't stare at it.
Right.
If I like it's something that I have pulled up, it's under my volume. So I have like so the way my thinkorswim is set up is I have the main chart, and then I have volume under the main chart. I don't have it on the main chart. I just prefer it that way. And then I have RSI and then the MACD. So it's something I just kind of look at when trading stocks.
Right. Kind of adds to your sentiment as a whole. You don't use it individually, just the RSI, but it adds to your, bullish or bearish sentiment. That makes sense.
Right. For sure.
Yeah, I might try to use it. I'll throw it up and see if it helps. It's just one of those things, like, I think everybody has their preferences. I'm more of a purist, so it's like I almost always just use VWAP. That's what I do the best with, but I don't mind. If it's something that can kind of help with sentiment, I don't mind using it.
Right. And I think it is probably more beneficial with maybe investing. But now that I'm saying that, I don't look at it when I'm investing, so
yeah.
I'm gonna have enough there.
Yeah, when I invest, it's almost always just the story. So it's I'll look at levels, and sure, I'll most of the time if I'm investing, I'll just pull up the daily chart. I'll look at it as a whole and say, okay, this looks extended here, this looks extended here. Maybe I want to buy it here, or if it pulls back here, maybe I'll buy it. And then I look at fundamentals mostly for investing, but I'm not much of an investor, to be honest. So I gotta check out your channel more. Up my investing game. Speaking of that, y'all go sub to Caitlin's channel. I'll post her link again here. She's got a lot of good investing and trading content, all free, and great informative videos. Y'all go sub to her.
Yes, thank you. I do want to. One of my goals for this year is to invest more. I graduated from college, so there's no excuse that I don't have the time.
Right. Everybody's home. I'm wondering when this is going to be over. I haven't gotten the vaccine yet.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to, but there's so many people that are skeptical of the vaccine. I kind of want to see how it plays out first,
Yeah, I like on social media, I see a lot of my friends and people I follow are like first responders, and they're getting the vaccine. I'm like, I feel left out. What's it?
I kind of want it. Yeah, we have a few doctors that are in my wife's family, and I see them getting it as well. So I think they're really the ones being pressured to get it the most. But I wouldn't be against getting it, mostly just because I would love to be able to leave my house more.
Right. Yeah, I did a lot of research into the vaccine, and I mean, I think everybody should definitely do the research with the vaccine.
Right.
But I mean, it's just an RNA sequence that they extracted from the virus, and basically like sodium chloride and fillers.
Right. Yeah, so, it's the same way they make all the other vaccines, which is fine, and
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's as scary as people make it out. I think a lot of people should do their own research if they think it's scary. The FDA has published everything, their trials and everything, both Pfizer and Moderna.
Yeah. I always say the symbol. I'm always just it's
know,
easier
yeah.
for me to just say the symbol.
Yeah, both of them, they're pretty transparent. So
Right.
it's just, I hope it gets the economy going. I really do.
Right. And I think it will. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And I just hope 2021 is better than
Better.
2020, right?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty hard to beat last year. You know,
Yeah,
it's
for
gotta be.
sure.
Um, Alex says when you start growing a third eye, don't start crying, eh?
Dude, I
Will do,
want
man.
to
Will
that.
do.
Are you
You know,
kidding
right?
me?
Hey, yeah, that might actually make me a better trader. You know.
God, who doesn't want a third eye?
Right. Hey, I'd use it. You know. Bingo, pull it back to the VWAP. It's sitting at 530s. So we're watching that.
What's somebody mentioned Bitcoin?
So Bitcoin, last time I looked at it was at 35 point something K. Let's see. Yeah, it's about the same. It's pretty sideways since the bell. It got up to over 36 for a split second yesterday. Late last night it got over 36,000. But it's been kind of chopping back and forth between 35.8 and 34.6. So about $1,000 range for it, but not bad.
Crazy. If you go on the like 5-year chart, even it's just like all of
FOMO
these.
City.
Yeah, all of these stocks have been doing it though. Like all the tech stocks, like they've just surged completely. It's insane.
Yeah, AMD. I used to trade AMD a lot, and AMD went from I used to trade it was like $20-$30. It's at 91 now. So the coronavirus has certainly been good to tech, just because everybody's home, you know.
Right.
But yeah,
I have a video coming on Friday, what to invest in, like the top 10 stocks to invest your check in, your $600 check if you get that, and AMD is one of them. I like AMD.
yeah, AMD's the future of computers. I should have bought an AMD instead of an Intel, because I just think there's so much more powerful computers, and there's certainly more what's the word? They're certainly more forward thinking, and so maybe my next computer. I still don't own an AMD yet, but I kind of want one. I don't know why I bought the Alienware. I think I was just trying to get it, and it was at Best Buy,
and it's called Alienware. How do you resist that? And it's called Alienware. How do you resist that?
Right. Listen, it's shiny too. When I turn it on, it's got like neon blue lights, and so it tempted me to get it. I think the real reason I got it, which is also a reason I think like technology stores will always be okay, because you can order stuff online. Like I can order stuff on Amazon. Do I want to order a PC from Amazon? No, I don't. You know, aside from the fact that it's dangerous because it can get stolen at your doorstep, and it could also get broken. When I want a computer, I'm a nerd, man. I want that thing that day. You know. Yeah, I'm trying to get it that day, and I don't want to wait a few days to get it shipped. And so that's for that reason. That's one of the reasons Best Buy is still around, is because people want their stuff that day. But like GameStop, on the other hand, yeah, GameStop's not gonna survive over the next 5 to 10 years, I don't think. But who knows?
Right, because you have digital downloads. The only reason I feel like GameStop is really hanging on is because there is the resale value of a hard copy game.
Right.
Versus like if you download a digital game, you can't really sell it as easily. You kind of have to sell a profile, you know. So, I think going back to AMD, I feel like Intel is like the Ford and AMD is like the Tesla of chips. You know, like Intel will kind of always be there, be like the OG, but then like AMD's like progress, you know, and
forward thinking, stirring it up a little bit, just being different, but sometimes forward thinking is powerful, like Tesla, just like AMD. I like that analogy. That's a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of Teslas, as soon as I can afford a Tesla reasonably, I'm buying one, man. Those things are so cool.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever driven one?
I have. I've driven one once, and it's the trippiest feeling ever, you know. Because it doesn't make any noise. It makes no noise.
Right. I know. I want to drive one. It sounds so much fun. But I think my next car is probably going to be like a used Tesla. I don't think I'd ever buy it like a new Tesla or a new
Yeah.
car in general. I feel like
Right.
the depreciation value.
Exactly. Yeah, I used to talk about it before. The single worst investment a lot of people make is buying a brand new car. You know,
Oh, yeah.
especially unless it's some like rare car that they think might kind of appreciate. You're losing what is it, like 50%, or you're using like 20-30% just driving it off the lot.
Right. Exactly.
And so the single worst investment, the only way I would ever buy a new car is if I was just kind of balling out of control and it didn't matter that much to me of whether it appreciated or depreciated if I just had the money.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
kind of FU money type of thing. But aside from that, I would always buy a used car. I think a lot of people get their pride in the way and they're like, I need a new car. I'm successful. I need a new car. It's like, look, I'm looking at it as an investment.
Right.
And it's just a bad investment almost always.
Plus, like, almost nobody will know if you buy a 2018 Tesla versus like a 2021 brand new Tesla. You know, like there's not that much of a difference. So
Right.
it's like, and you're paying so much less, and yeah.
And it's not even like it's a conventional motor. You know, it's not like it's gonna get beat up like a conventional motor. Like, sure, the battery might, take some wear and tear, but like it's not like it's even a conventional, cylinder motor that has like a crankshaft and rods and pistons and all that stuff that can get worn out. You know, you got to change the oil and all that stuff. And I'm sure.
What's the maintenance like with a Tesla? I wonder.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm curious too.
Yeah.
Because if they don't wear out at all, I'd buy a 5-year-old, 6-year-old one.
Yeah, well, because like with gas cars now, like you can kind of understand every part, like you know what the crankshaft does and you know what the timing belt does and everything. But then I wonder with the Tesla, it's all like computerized. I wonder how easy or expensive that would be to replace.
I'm sure they're gonna be charging for it, but dude, is this the same guy that said I was flirting last time? If it is,
Which one?
it's who was it? It was dronographers.
Flirty McFlirtson?
Like, sheesh, man.
Are you fine?
Having a normal conversation with a female does not mean flirting, man. Like, it's just a normal conversation. It's the same type of conversation I had when Mitch was on here. I have with Eric. You know, y'all stop. I think they're trying to poke a little bit.
They just have Flirty McFlirtson.
Yeah.
Like, they are 5. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, come on now. Like, y'all be normal people,
Right? But, yeah, Pork Chop said it's expensive to repair. I bet Teslas. I haven't thought about that, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I believe it just because, they got to make their money somewhere, with Teslas. And I know they make their money when you buy the car, but I'm sure it's going to be expensive to repair. I just know, like, for me, I used to race cars a little bit. I was like a big tuner head, so I loved, like, I had like an H22 Honda Prelude with VTEC in it that I loved, and I would soup up and race with my friends with. And so I know a little bit about motors, but just not hearing any noise when you drive it is the weirdest thing. You hit the gas, you're going super fast, and Teslas are ridiculously quick. That's how you know we're in the future, is because Teslas are beating, really fast cars that people have spent a lot of money in. Just stock Teslas, just gutted stock Teslas where they take some weight out. Those things are crazy fast.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and imagine when like NASCAR is like purely electric cars.
That's going to be so weird, man. So weird.
Oh my gosh. That will be like, you won't hear that, like so crazy.
Right. Yeah.
But it will be like a whole nother breed. You'd almost need like both, so like NASCAR and like then
I gotta wonder if people are gonna be that. Yeah, I wonder if people are gonna be interested in that. It would be different for sure.
Somebody needs to start like a convention, like a NASCAR for electric vehicles. Who's gonna do that in that game?
Yeah, so a few people saying that won't happen. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna happen in the nearby future, but I think it'll happen eventually for sure.
Yeah. Racing is always gonna be fun, like the adrenaline's always gonna be there.
Right, for sure. And those things go fast. Like I said, Teslas are quick. People don't realize, like, Teslas, if you take like the passenger seat and a lot of the heavy, metals that are in the Teslas that you don't really need, and
Yeah.
you gut the Tesla, that Tesla's gonna run like 10 seconds, quarter mile,
Yeah.
which is ridiculously fast, like very fast.
Well,
Maybe
every time
faster
I
than that.
see a Tesla, like I'm like at a stoplight or something with my Jeep Grand Cherokee, I'm like, ugh, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to beat him, you
Oh
know?
no, yeah, you're never gonna beat him. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some I've seen some fast Jeeps though.
Yeah, I love my car. It's so fun.
Somebody saying VTEC. Yeah, that valve timing and electronic control, dude. I love old JDM tuner cars. Those are like my favorite thing in the world. So
Mhm.
VTEC, for people that don't know what VTEC is, VTEC stands for valve timing and electronic control. It's a larger cam lobe that opens up electronically at a certain RPM, and which keeps your valves open a little bit longer, so like more air and fuel gets sprayed into your motor. It's kind of like a turbo spooling up, right? And so if you go with like a Honda and you like hold it at like 3,000 RPMs, I can't remember where the VTEC kicked in. It's been a while since I had one. It really gets like a boost. It's like a literal boost of just pushes your car really quick once you hit a certain RPM. I miss them too. I really want to buy a WRX, a Subaru WRX STI. That's the next car I'm gonna get if you know.
Yeah. If the Tesla falls through.
Yeah, right. If the Tesla plan falls through, I'm gonna get a Subaru WRX STI.
Yeah, WRXs they're great.
Yeah, they're fast. They're like 12 seconds flat stock.
And
You know?
Subarus, with like when it comes to depreciation, Subarus hold their value really, really well.
Right. And they're just nicely built cars for sure.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of people are talking about Sun W. Yeah, Sun W is still ripping up here, breaking highs. Somebody said, "Yeah, I like sub. You deserve it." Hey, thank you, pork chop. Thank you, sir. We talk about cars, now we're getting subs.
Love that.
Later, pork. An M3 BMW, too expensive to keep up, man. That's the problem.
Yeah, BMWs, Audis, the maintenance is just
Right. I might get like a Lexus because it's a Toyota, but I don't know.
yeah. No. I really like the so my car is like really old and it's coming up to 200,000 miles. But like I said, I love my car so much. So I don't want to give it up.
Hey, what year is it?
2006.
Oh, well, see, those cars, like I had a 2007 Tundra that worked. It got up to like 300,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So they'll go, they'll go.
Yeah. And this is a Jeep, so I feel when I get to 1400 RPMs specifically, I feel the transmission kind of starting to sound weird, and Jeeps are notorious for their transmission going, and as soon as that goes, it's just like not worth
It's over with.
anything, you know?
Yeah.
But I've been looking at Toyota 4Runners and then the new RAV4s. I like those models.
Yeah. See, my wife wants me to get a 4Runner. They're expensive though, but they're so pretty. They're such pretty cars, man.
They're
4Runners, she wants me
Yeah.
to get one, but I've been talking her out of it because like I'm a cheapskate when it comes to cars, like but 4Runners are cool, especially the new ones.
I know they really are, but they are very large cars. They feel like they're big.
Right.
And then the turn radius also is not good for 4Runners. But what else am I looking at? I don't know. The new Jeeps are cool. I've always been a Jeep person, but
Yeah.
other than that, like a Tesla, maybe. I'm just not excited about any car really.
Y'all are making fun of me for saying pretty cars. Dude, listen. 4Runners are pretty. Those are pretty cars, Like, you look at that thing, you're like, damn, that thing's pretty,
Oh yeah.
Especially any Jeep. Like, I like Rubicons, too. Any four-door Jeep. I love four-door Jeeps. The two doors are too dangerous for me, but, like, the four doors are dope,
Yeah. Oh.
Lambo.
Yeah,
we're
what
all
about
getting
that
purple
Lambo? It's funny.
What do I think of Pfizer? I don't to be honest. What's the symbol for Pfizer?
PF something. That's all I got.
Yeah, so my mom used to have a Saturn guy. I remember my mom had like a red Saturn. Saturn, they just weren't great cars, I never, the motors weren't the most sound. PFE was it, yeah. I don't know. Pfizer looks good. Like I said, it's been a while since I've traded mid and high cap, so I think 37 is like a big support level, and so that's what I would watch for it. But this level right here. But like I said, it's been such a while since I've traded mid and high caps. I don't know.
Yeah. Mr. Noob said, "What's your take on PSCT as long term?" PSEC. I don't know. It's just too cheap for me. I don't love stocks. It's a $5.61 stock. I don't love penny stocks for investing. In fact, I just think it's a horrible idea because typically they're losing money. They're just not good.
Yeah, so the first thing I noticed when I look at that one is the float is huge. It's got to be a float. And if you ever see a stock move like this to where it's literally got like a range like this, it almost always means the float is very large. And so yeah, the float for this one is 280 million in the float for it. So it might be okay for investing or swing trading. It's not really my style.
Yeah, it stayed pretty consistent between the $6 and $7 level between 2018 and 2020. Before then, it had a high of around $9, $9.40. But it's just too cheap for me personally.
Right.
But like I said, to each their own. It's not any advice at all. But
yeah,
they do have positive earnings per share, which honestly is pretty like unheard of for a penny stock.
Yeah, very rare, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not the worst, but I wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, it's not really my style either.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh what? I want to trade
water.
right now. I still got some equity. That's the only reason I'm sticking around, guys, because I do have some equity to trade. I could trade futures, so I haven't really touched futures today. I don't know why, but if you want to check out futures and trade futures with me, I might as well sell out real quick and post an affiliate link. If you guys want to be on the same futures platform as me, check out Top Step. It's a funded account program for futures, and so if you prove you're profitable on Top Step, they're going to give you a demo account, and if you prove you're profitable with that demo account, they fund you anywhere between $30K up to over $100,000 as professional proprietary futures traders with an 80% profit split. And so they'll fund you the money, and then you're going to split your profits with them. And so the base one is $30K. It costs $150 a month, but you can get the first month for $120 if you use my link. Again, the futures market has no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. Instant settlement on the platform I'm using. No commissions on the platform I'm using. And it's open almost 24/7. And when you day trade futures, you're basically trading a commodity. So you can trade the SPY, you can trade the S&P 500 basically. You can trade gold, silver. A lot of people have been talking about gold. You can trade gold, silver. You know, I usually just trade the E-mini, so I trade the SPY's momentum. And so if I think the SPY is going to go up, I buy the E-mini. And the only difference, you buy market, sell market, buy bid, sell bid. The only difference is the sizing. And so the sizing is by contracts instead of shares. But one contract just equals $12.50 in profit or losses. And so if you buy two contracts and it goes in your direction one tick, then you make $25, which is $12.50 times 2 since you have two contracts. That's futures trading, guys, and I think it's really good if you don't have that much capital, but you're a good trader and you can trade momentum and scalp like me. Again, they've paid out millions to their profitable traders this year alone. They've paid out over $2 million in the last year, over 2020. To their profitable traders in withdrawals, and they funded over 3,000, and they're regulated in the U.S. And so if you want to check them out, here's the link. Who's Preston? Am I missing something?
Preston's been on for a bit. He's
Wait, somebody's sending something to who?
Preston's in Tennessee or something. I don't what.
Somebody explain to me the Preston situation.
What's happening, chat?
Yeah, somebody's telling them to send them an email, so what's the deal? You know?
Don't send anybody emails, guys. Or do. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's between you guys, I guess, but, you know. I'm just trying to, I'm nosy in here. I'm like, what's going on? So, see, now my computer's starting to run a little bit. It's starting to make some noise. But a few people talking about Givo. And Givo looks strong. What's the float on Givo now?
Want to hear something really funny? I am still in tat.
Really? Where's it at now?
It's like holding steady. It's at 719. It got to like 752. I probably should have sold. Kind of missed it there, but I mean it's
What's your entry price?
It's like 8 something. It was 804 at the beginning of the day. This is the one Thinkorswim filled me when I canceled all those trades. So like that's cool.
Yeah, I remember they did that too. Yeah, I can't. That was like one of the only losses I've taken. Or no, I've taken some losses. What did I lose on? It was AIKI, is what they did. The float of Givo is like 112 million. So larger float. But yeah, AIKI. It was weird this morning. I need to start doing what Eric does, and I think this is a good thing, guys. If you're struggling on Thinkorswim from some lag. Do what Eric does, and I ended up doing it this morning, which is that if there's lag, buy 1 or 2 shares and see if it fills you. If it fills you with 1 or 2 shares, you're probably safe to get filled with more, but it's a good way to test it out without risking your hard-earned money. And so just buying it with 1 or 2 shares, it won't waste equity. You're not going to get too screwed over with it, and I think that's a good idea. I'll probably start doing that as long as if it starts lagging. OGEN is also starting to break highs. It's at 69 right now, 69.
Lorena says NCTY. I mean, it's not. It's expensive for me, but it's been on a up and up. It's gapping up in the last 2 candles, so.
Yeah, it's a small float too. I remember this one ran. Was it yesterday or this one ran on the 4th, so Monday. And it was pretty strong. But yeah, this one's a small float. It's like less than 2 million. And this one is going crazy. Look at it. Up there to 1280s. Also, guys, y'all join our Discord. I don't know if I've pushed that today. But join our Discord. It's completely free. If you want to ask us or message us any questions or anything like that. I know Caitlin hangs out in our Discord sometimes too. And we got Eric from yesterday in there as well. And obviously I'm in there. And so here's our Discord link. Join our Discord. It's completely free.
And it's a good way to talk to us if you need to reach John or I.
Right. And yeah, with all that said, hit that subscribe button, team. We got crazy. Today was another day where we had almost 1,000 people. We had like 970 people here live today. We got a bunch of crazy donations at the beginning of the day too. So shout out to everybody that donated, became a member today. It's honestly crazy how much the channel has grown in the last month or so.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's from Ross not streaming at the open anymore, but it's really not that. YouTube's just been recommending me more. I can just see it in my analytics.
Your hard work's paying off.
Yeah, they see the truth here, at this channel. Yeah. They know.
Totally.
Never trading the first 5 minutes after the bell. Yeah, try. I'm honestly right there with you, bro. Like most of the time, I'm never trading the first 5. It's just too risky, especially a low float stock. But the only way I ever do is today with like AIKI, which is where I might hold like a little position in pre-market, and I might see how that plays out into the open.
Yeah, both Han and Tri said that. I agree. Like sometimes it's really exciting after the bell, and like you just want to hop into stocks. But I think like waiting 5 minutes just to get a idea and gauge on how that day is going to go is a really good idea.
Right, exactly. What's up with the 523 guys? Y'all are still here?
Yeah.
Man, y'all must have the worst lag in history. Fun fact, yesterday we did an ebook giveaway, and it was the first 2 people to type 523 in the chat won an ebook. And so for somebody to still be typing 523 in my chat today, that's a little crazy. What are y'all doing here, man? Y'all's lag must be terrible. It's like a day of lag. Han says, I have a question. The biggest reason people subscribe is you show your live market data in combination with the absolute. Hey, thank you, man. I mean, yeah, it's there's a lag in the market data, by the way, on the channel, obviously. But I think most people subscribe just because I trade live, It's pre-recorded, yeah, Kyle. You know. But thanks, Polsky. I appreciate that, man. But no, there's a lag. There's a small lag for market data just because I have to.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
Wait,
guys?
what is 523? Is it literally just a random number?
Well, it's the number that I called out yesterday, where I told people we could do an ebook giveaway, I guess, today if you guys want. We're just gonna be giving one away today because I'm running out. But yeah, we can do an ebook giveaway.
Yeah.
Y'all want to do one?
Get ready, guys.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
All right. So let me pull my rules up here real quick one more time. Let me pull my rules up. These are the rules. The ebook giveaway rules is that I'm gonna call out a specific number, and the first person to type that number in the chat. You don't have to fully type out the number. Like, you don't have to type it. If the number's 2, you don't have to write TWO. You just have to write 2. All right, but the first person to type the number wins the ebook. I haven't called out the number yet, and I'll tell you before I call it out. You must give me your email for this ebook, and you can either message it to me via email at beginnertrading@gmail.com, or you can send it to me in our Discord, which I posted earlier. Again, the winner is going to receive one ebook from Audible delivered to that email, and really the ebook could be whatever you want. Most of the time I'm sending trading ebooks, so most of the time I'll just send Trading in the Zone, or no, Market Wizards by Jack Schwager is usually what I'm going to be sending you, but if you have any specific preference, let me know. It can really be any ebooks. One of the guys that won the ebook yesterday gave me a completely different topic of ebook, and I sent it to him. So whatever it is, just let me know in the email or in the Discord message you send me. You guys ready? I'm sure we got a few people already calling out random numbers. Yep, I knew it. But I haven't said the number yet, guys, and I'm going to say the number out loud, and then you guys have to type it back to me. All right? You guys ready? As a beginner, I've actually learned a lot from you. Thank you. Hey, I haven't said the number yet, guys. What are y'all typing for? Stop it.
Right.
Stop it.
Make sure it hits thumbs up.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready? All right. The first person to type the number, I'm about to call out the number. The first person to type the number 5,123 wins the ebook. 5,123. You don't have to put a comma. 5,123. Mr. Noob, you win.
Hey, Mr. Noob.
Mr. Noob. Whoa. Did you see the chat?
Yeah, okay.
Man, some people were ready.
You should do this more often.
Yeah, wow.
Mr. Noob, good job.
Yeah, and it was Mr. Noob. Like I said, it might show up different on your end. On my end, Mr. Noob won.
Yeah, me too.
Here's Mr. Noob. He was the first. You can see him right here. So, congrats, Mr. Noob. Let me know the ebook you want, brother. And like I said, here's he based off of latency, certain people might show up different on your end. I have to go with whoever showed up on my end first, and first was Mr. Noob. So congrats, bro. You won, man.
Somebody said he cheated. Guys, how? Yeah. First of all.
He's just messing with y'all. He's cool, Max. But no, yesterday we had people saying it's rigged, and I'm sitting there like, come on.
I love that. That's so funny.
Like, to me, it doesn't really matter, like, who wins it, because it's just, like, I run an Amazon business that I use Stamps.com for, and Stamps.com gives you a free ebook every month that you're with them, and so I've built up, like, a bunch of ebooks over time. So, yeah, just message me, Mr. Noob, I got you, man.
Yeah. That was cute. I like that excitement.
Yeah.
We should do more. I love how I'm saying we. You should do more.
Hey, listen, we could both do it,
yeah.
You can host it next time if you want,
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, let me know whichever ebook you want, bro. Like I said, voter fraud, get Amazon. Yeah.
That was the Trump count. That's funny.
Yeah. The best free ebook is your channel. Hey, thanks for the support, team. We try, and honestly, with all the stuff that's going on in the trading world, I'm certainly glad I designed the channel like this, because like we're just free. We don't claim to be experts. We don't sell a course. We don't sell a service. And like all of those people that are selling all that stuff right now in the trading space, they're getting a lot of slack for it. So I'm certainly glad I designed the channel this way,
Yeah, for sure.
Because if not, it would be a lot of nonsense. Hold on one second. I'm going to mute everybody real quick. Sorry, Kayla. I'm going to mute you real quick. I got to check something. So hold on one second. Alright, so we're back. I just wanted to check something real quick. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and close it down, guys. Like I said, guys, you want to help support us, go check out Caitlin's channel. She's got a really dope channel. Free content. But yeah, I got to get out of here. I had to check something real quick. But yeah, let me post her channel real quick. Y'all go sub to Caitlin. She's got a great investing, kind of money-related business channel. Gives a lot of good free info for traders, investors, business people. And so y'all go check out her channel. Here's the link. Sub to Caitlin, will consider it a favor if you do, helping us out as a mod and also coming on stream. Here's the link to that. Also, like I said, you want to help support me, you can check out Benzinga, you can check out Top Step. Here's the Benzinga link. These are the scanners I use. You can check those out. Also, like I said, check out Top Step if you want to get funded in the futures market. Futures trading is very similar, momentum trading, to what I do with scalping. I just scalp momentum on the SPY, and there's no PDT rule in futures. And this company, Top Step, funds traders anywhere between 30K up to over 100K. Really great platform, and I'll post this link one more time here as well. Let me get this out of the way and find that. But yeah, guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning for free right here on YouTube. We almost broke 1,000 people again today. Crazy, crazy. Here's the futures link if you want to check it out. And yeah, Caitlin, you want to say anything else?
Shaky Candle says, Caitlin, why do you like credit cards? Because they build credit. That's
right.
it. Mic drop. Just kidding.
Right, boom. That's it. It really is true. Right, it really is true. You want to build credit, get a card, pay it off every month, and just let it sit.
Don't be stupid with it. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Hit the subscribe and like button, guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys then. Have a good day, team.
Yeah.